Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va, no upper echelon, nobody is not above the law. As long as it not help Jamaica, make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth, make we reason, make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk. Unity is strength. Make we reason. Make we talk. If we see corruption in any shape or form, we're going to highlight it. Make we talk. Jeffrey Tavares represents yard and broad and the entire diaspora. As long as it affects the life of our nation, uncover the truth. Make we reason. Make we talk. And we don't care about no vumva viva va. No upper echelon. Nobody is not above the law. As long as it now help Jamaica. Make we talk. Make we talk.
Good evening, wherever you're listening and watching from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean. Welcome to the edition of the Make We Talk program. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tavares. A bit under the weather this evening, but I still decide to come on. I have been advised not to pressure myself too much because of a lot of issues going on. But by the help of God, everything will be okay. I want to say good evening to my good friend Mario, who is in the background making sure that the Make We Talk program still goes on, no matter what may happen. This evening we're going to speak about the tension between Angela Brown Burke and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mrs. Juliet Holness. My special guest this evening will be none other than Luke George Cook. You may not hear me talk a lot on this program this evening. This evening program is going to be hosted by Luke himself. As I said before, I am not in the best of health at the moment. I am not going to disclose what is going on. But basically, I have to be very careful in what I do. My students in the chat room, welcome to the program. Like and share up the live feed. As we come on air this evening, we ask God's richest blessings upon this program and on those who are watching us from around the world and the Eastern Caribbean, all our students and friends and families who wish this program well. It has been a tiresome, very tiresome Sunday and into today, but by God's help, we can make it and we will make it. Our nation is faced with a fundamental crisis from all over. You have people around Jamaica crying out for beach access. There was a mass demonstration earlier on today in St. Elizabeth where the Lacovia main road was blocked by residents and they're crying out for water, poor road condition, and no light. And there is the threat of a major hurricane developing in the Atlantic Ocean. Jamaica is going to face, the Caribbean I should say, going to face with another hurricane season, which Jamaica is a part of it. And the question must be asked, have they built any proper hurricane shelter for the people of our country? The people of St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Hanover, and St. James is still without roof over their head, despite millions and maybe billions of dollars that has been collected by this administration. And the Jamaican diaspora in South Florida has had a benefit concert at the Hard Rock Cafe, and have handed over $400,000 rather, US dollars, to the Jamaican government, courtesy to the Minister of Gender and Sports, Olivia Babsy Grange. And we haven't heard anything about that money. Yet the people of St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, St. James, and Hanover is still crying out for help. They create this NARA bill now, wherein this NARA bill going to assist, according to them, with people getting their homes and proper management of the funds. I don't believe that. I'm just waiting on Luke George Cook to come on. As I said this evening, I won't be talking too much on this program this evening because honestly, let me not go back over it. I'm just not going to be talking too much on this program this evening. But we have to continue speak truth to power. I am not here to bring down anyone. I got a call sometime this morning. And I'm going to change my number. But anyway, I got a call sometime this morning from someone. I don't know the person. I've never met the person before. The person said I watch my program a lot. And that's that. And they want to suggest to me something that we should have a program based on relationship. And I laughed. And I said, why you want to have that? And the lady said to me, yes, we need to, because a lot of people are going through a lot of things. And I said to her, I'll think about it. I'll run it by, some people who I know and, if that should be the case. I don't know if I want to go down that route, but maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I will think some more about it. But as I said before, this program is going to change a lot. There's a lot of change is going to happen in this program. I don't know if you go onto the website, the Make We Talk YouTube channel, you have seen the changes already. And that is courtesy of my good friend in the background, Mario. Mario is all the way in Las Vegas. And I want to say thanks to him for doing this for me. But despite all of that, we may do that program or we may not. I don't know yet. It all depends. What happened in the parliament a couple of days ago? The current Minister of Tourism, Edmund Bartlett, took up that same maze and went towards the door of Garden House to run down Dude Street with it. He was stopped. Many of you may remember that some time ago in Barbados, I think, that the same maze, was thrown through a window by a parliamentarian in that country. Well, I'm being told that this maze is a ceremonial thing because it represents the king. Many Jamaicans are saying they should get out, do away with it. They must throw it out and so forth. We must remind ourselves that that same ceremonial maze represents the parliament. And until we get rid of the monarch, that's the King of England, you're going to be there same way. My take on it, we must have respect for whatever is in the parliament. And as I said on this program before, I am not going to condole in what Miss Brown-Burke did. But based on what I was told, that Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, was trying to get the attention of the current speaker, Mrs. Holness. And she ended up act as if she didn't hear, act as if she didn't see that Angela Brown-Burke was trying to get her attention. So in order to get the speaker's attention, Dr. Brown-Burke went and pick up the maze. Many Jamaicans right now is saying that what should have done is walk outside with it. I've spoken to very influential people in Jamaica who call my phone privately and say, Jeffrey, Dr. Brown-Burke should have thrown the damn thing outside the door. Because the Speaker of the House of Representatives believes that the House belongs to her. And we must understand something. That is why I keep on saying that Jamaica's constitution needs to revamp. I do not believe that the Speaker of the House of Representatives should come from any political party. I believe the Speaker should be appointed by the Governor General, and the Speaker should be independent of the two political parties in the Parliament. What we're having now The Speaker, who is the wife of the Prime Minister, is the head of one arm of government, and the Prime Minister himself is head of another arm of government. You've never heard that in any other modern democracy, more than in Jamaica. We're going down a slippery path and a slippery slope, you know. What we see developing in the parliament of our country, it shows to you, or to me, that this country of ours is becoming a banana republic. Many of you may say that, Jeffrey, you're talking nonsense. Like how today I got a call from a well-known family member of mine. And they were basically telling me, which is that I need to do it. I need to do some stuff for myself. And when I got the call from him, I never expect the call at all. And we discussed some things that I need to do. And he turned and said to me that the program that you're having, he said to me, it's a very good program, but you need to balance the program. And I laughed because I remember a very good friend of mine who I went to school with one day said it to me that I'm not really that balanced. And I you know, so I'm going to go back to some of the videos that I had before and see if I was so unbalanced at what they're saying. But we the people, we the Jamaican people must take accountability of what is going on in this country, because no politician can be in parliament unless we put them there. So many killings going on. The people of St. Elizabeth, and I'll continue to speak about St. Elizabeth, because St. Elizabeth and Westmoreland is dear to my heart. So is Hanover, so is St. James. But if the people of our country can't get up and speak out of what is going on in this nation, don't depend on people in the Jamaican diaspora to speak out. Because Jamaicans in the diaspora are silent in so many ways. They went down to the so-called Jamaican Diaspora Conference, and no one asks about Hurricane Melissa money. Hurricane Beryl money came. The former premier of the Cayman Islands, and I will never stop talking about it. The former premier of the Cayman Islands came to Jamaica, handed over money to Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Desmond Mackenzie, Mrs. Juliet Holness, along with the former premier, who is a friend of Jamaica, Makiva Bush. Many Jamaicans don't know the history of Jamaica with the Cayman Islands, you know. Many Caymanians family come from St. Elizabeth. Cayman is dear to my heart because I live in Cayman for many years. My extended family live in the Cayman Islands. And sometimes some things come to you. But anyway, let's not go down that road. We must ask questions. The former premier gave the Jamaican government some money in Beryl during the Beryl saga. The current premier of the Cayman Islands now, I forgot his name, along with the opposition leader of the Cayman Islands, Mr. Joe Hugh, who I know very well. I think Joy was on this trip too, yes. Came down and give the same Prime Minister money, handed over the check to the current Minister of Finance, met with the Prime Minister and others, tour St. Elizabeth, just like how the former Premier had toured St. Elizabeth during Beryl. They came on the tour St. Elizabeth. And my God, how many months after Hurricane Beryl, Hurricane Melissa, Our people still don't have roof over their head. Our people are still living in the element of the night and of the day. So many money has been given to this administration. You hear no accountability for that money. No accountability was given. How much money they have received. But let me say something to you all tonight. If the people of our country do not stand up for what is going on in Jamaica, it's going to continue. You cannot depend on people on social media to be speaking out for you. We can do so much and no more. I personally have to take a backstage in certain things that I do. I can't come on air and continue ranting and raving. I have personal issues to deal with. You, the people, the buck stop with the Jamaican people. You, the voters of Jamaica. You, the non-voters of our country. You, the people who are feeling the pangs of hell, must stand up for this piece of rock we call home. You must demand accountability. And the people must demand accountability because of what is going on. There is absolutely no way. You have gotten so much money from governments around the world and governments within the Caribbean. And our people are still living in the elements of the night. Our people still have any road. The people of St. Elizabeth have to demonstrate today because they don't have any light. Yet Daryl Vaz and the Prime Minister have light at their home. And Deadman Mackenzie. My fellow Jamaicans, thank you very much. I will get well soon. Thank you very much. My fellow Jamaicans, we are not as divided as the politics suggests in our nation. We're not as divided as it suggests. We're not as divided as the politics suggests in our nation. We can become one people. We are Jamaicans. And we can come together. We have come together on many occasions. We have come together when Jamaica was qualified for the World Cup. We come together when Usain Bolt and Shelley and Fraser and Elaine Campbell and so many others who put the flag on the world stage. We come together in Halfway Tree. We come together in the National Stadium. Why can't we come together now and demand a government of the people, for the people, and by the people? Why can't we come together as one people and show a force to be reckoning for and say to the government of the day, we need accountability. Where is the money? But our problem that we face in this nation is that because it's not at our doorstep, we don't give a flying coon about it. We don't care. We don't care about it. But let me say this to you tonight. If we continue the way how we are continuing as a people, then our corner dark in this country. If you all believe that you can depend on your Jamaicans overseas to send money for you, you make a sad mistake. Because firing they get hard. Some of we have to work how many jobs and clean how many street to make our ends meet. We have bills to pay like anybody else. But many Jamaicans go down to Jamaica and max out their credit card. Make Jamaicans down there who don't travel believe that firing according to no or Miami is a Bella Rose. It's not a Bella Rose. It's not a Bella Rose. And that is why I'm upset with the Jamaican diaspora. When the Jamaican diaspora allow this Prime Minister to come to New York again to ask for more money, well, he hasn't told the Jamaican people of the diaspora how much money they have collected during the telethon. They haven't done so. But yet we sit down and we accept what is going on. Yet we sit down and we say nothing because we believe, because we are die-hearted comrades, are die-hearted Labour Party members. We mustn't say anything. We mustn't say anything. When will we, as a people, come together? Somewhere in the Bible it says, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not harm you. And many times we'll hear these politicians use that same thing. That same words that was in the Bible, but they're harming the people of this country. You see? Many of us just sit down and accept it because we are die-hearted comrades and die-hearted Labour Party members. I said on this program many times, I'm not a member of any political party, and I don't want to be a member of any political party. I'm a Jamaican and Jamaica come first for me. And we have to take a stand. In Jeremiah, thank you very much. Jeremiah 11 says, I know the plan I have for you, said the Lord God Almighty. The plans to prosper you and not harm you. The plans to provide a better future for you. And we, the Jamaican people, listen to these politicians, who majority of them are the common criminals that is in the parliament. What we need to do, including myself, is to literally hamper down and read the Bible more. Let the Lord have his own way. Because somewhere in the Bible it said, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, I shall repay. So when they think that they're hurting the Jamaican people, or anyone who think that they're hurting you, they're hurting themselves. Because karma shall reach some of these politicians in our country. As I said on this program many times, some of them before they die, they shall name you know what, and confess to what they have done to the people of this country. Because we serve an awesome God. And when the justice may not give to the people of Jamaica by the justice system, the Lord thy God will give justice to the Jamaican people. I want to say good evening to my good friend Tigo. And good evening to my good friend and brother Wilfred Samuel Rattigan. Good evening to Luke George Cook, who's supposed to coming on. And so many others. Good evening to members of my family who was watching. I got a call from one of my auntie again this evening who has been begging me to desist from doing certain things. And I may have to take heed because of my own personal well-being. As I wait the arrival of Sir Luke George Cook, I want to play a video here for you where Jamaicans are still crying out for beach access in this country. And I said it already, I want to say it again. A video was sent to me of Long Bay Beach Park in Negril, where they fence it up. And a blogger from down that end, he's not a I think is he a Jamaican? I don't remember. He highlighted it, and in the space of how many hours? Not even 24 hours. The fence was taken down. You see, when we the people come together in one voice, we can make a difference. And we must make a difference. And I say to you, my Jamaican people, if we could put away the two political parties, the two diatribes in this country, and come together as Jamaicans, this government and future government won't ramp with us. But we don't do so. We don't. Watch this video here, where Jamaicans are crying out for beach access. Just a moment here, please. Hold on there. What's going on here? I'm not hearing the voice, the volume on this thing. Audio testing. Okie dokie. There is no volume on this. Just a moment here, please. Hello, good night. Make we talk here live.
Oh, let me call you back later.
Who is this?
Miss P.
Okay, Miss P. No problem.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't know who that is. I think I only know one Miss P. Anyway, we're supposed to get some audio from this, but there's no audio coming in from it. So let me take it off. I don't know what happened. There is no. Anyway, that was people crying out for beach access. Literally crying out for beach access, and there is no beach access. You know? Jamaicans are crying out for beach access from the length and breadth of Negril Point to Moran Point. And you know something? Let us go back to St. Elizabeth for a bit. You know something? Let me speak out about what is going on in St. Elizabeth. This government, this administration have plans for St. Elizabeth. The plans are for St. Elizabeth, you know, is for them and their cronies to build high-rise buildings and high-rise apartments in St. Elizabeth. While the natives who born and grow down there have no say. Where the people have any say. That is the plan they have for them. You remember during the campaign where Miss P, it's not the same Miss P because it's an overseas number. Where Miss P called this program and said that the Prime Minister he wanted to make St. Ann into Silicon Valley. People, we better wake up. This is what is going on in the Parliament with this Prime Minister and his wife. Never in the history of this country have we ever seen something like this. Never. Never in the history of Jamaica have we seen two arms of government. One, the Prime Minister and his wife running this country. Good evening, sir. Luke George Cook. Welcome to the program, sir. Human rights activist. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, Jeffrey.
I can hardly hear you. Like I Juliet Muslim out.
Jeffrey don't have help.
No, you're very low, Luke. You're very, very low. Hold on, let me take this call here. Let me take this call. Good night, Miss P. How you doing?
Yeah, good, you know. Me the listening program I hear you say, you know, well, may God cover you, my brother. Have mercy upon you.
Yeah, man. I really need it. I need some time to. Anyway,
Yeah, man. I just hold strength.
I will.
Just hold strength. Just hold strength, my brother. And I make the nastiness I get to you. That we talk, say, but
Yeah.
God is on the job. I'm here one woman I call quite about the name is P. I hope I know.
No. I think there's somebody up here who don't want to give their name. I don't know who the person. I don't know the number. They don't want to give their name, so I think they're saying, you know, they want to talk to me after. So I'll call them when I finish. So
okay.
So Miss P, what do you think about what went on in the Parliament? Because Luke is going to talk about that. This program is for Luke.
You mean about Mace?
Yes.
Angela Brownberg, she take up your I go fling you with spark grass no grow. Let me tell you something different. Let me tell you something. I don't know if it's the Bible or what hide from the wise and prudent revealed to babe and suckling. At times the people wake up. This Mace had a ceremonial slavery people upon people. What is the Mace? Where the Mace represent? Who is the Mace? Where the Mace come from? What about the Mace? So the Mace is more valuable than human being life? If they must say a king, they must say we under the king. Fine. Look what the atrocity we are going with. Where is the king to go rescue it? Where is the king? The governor general up there, sir. And the governor general see everything. And the governor general can't get through a speech. Almighty God, the governor general no see all the way read nice one speech and the opposite.
Because Miss P, let me tell you something, Miss P. Miss P, let me tell you something. The speech of the governor general the governor general reading is given to him by the office of the Prime Minister, you know.
That is the reason why I should read it. He shall look if he was a true patriotic man. When they give me for reading, run through his first book when come back through and I say, guess what? Where you are right now, so I'm not reading. I'm not reading it called Yatel. What I am seeing and what happening to the people and what happening to the economy, what happening to education and things like those. I'm not reading because history going to treat me bad. So I'm going to fix up no shit before no else no throne speech. Argument done. Right? The church again. Mrs. Wallace have too much authority. And as I say, the higher the monkey climb, and the more exposed. Juliet Holness, Juliet Holness.
What's her name?
Be careful. Juliet Holness.
Hold on, let me Miss P. Luke, you there, Luke?
Yeah.
What was this Holness name, Luke?
The piece said Juliet Holness.
How you mean Landell? Oh Lord. Miss P, no me understand what you mean.
So be careful. The hurricane blow and it's good patriotic Jamaican in the diaspora help out enough away. My house stop come off, but thank God he put on back. No government no give me nothing. Nobody no come back and look if me live here. He have been in a way one before burial, and he come happen again in a Melissa. Me used to work, pay a tax like everybody. Nobody not even a care package. Nobody give me. The only person give me a care package, Andre Stephen, in a Jamaica, and then a good Samaritan come here 2-year program. Probably no want in and call. Up till now, me have food. And me still share with other people. So we could have eat. Nobody from the party now, no organization. Not giving nothing. In a center right now, I know people with green and grass. And they still have tarpaulin. And they have small children. And they are tarpaulin. So these are the things we look into and talk about you come with Nara, and you go tear down Dry Harbor, all them foolishness there.
So hold on, Miss P, hold on now. Talk say Luke helping a man. Me we talking. If you're not afraid for that, me talking. Luke help others and Luke help you.
Yes, Luke George Cook help me personally, but sometimes if you not give me the go ahead, me not gonna say it.
Well, me they get the go ahead.
Luke George Cook come present and you know only help me help a community. Luke George Cook come and send and he help me and the whole entire community. You hear? And all who help never get nothing. And most of them, 99.9 of them, are labor rights. Right. But we don't watch. We don't watch party when we are help people. People need help, people need food, people need clothes, people need tarpaulin. Luke George Cook did that. So tell Andrew Wallace to do it and beat him. Tell him to do it and beat him. Huh? I in a parliament, I go like a god in a parliament when I worship. Eh? But when I take a stop, the health minister, look how body look, Daniel Thompson. Sir, may your soul rest in eternal peace. And may light perpetual shine upon you. I miss your voice, although a long time I stopped listening to because of them were in I, but we used to listen to you and learn a lot from you, sir. And I say to your family, condolences. And the way when you understand when the man reach up there, police have to escort his son to go get the medication because you will know Abby. Eh? And tough time out here and tell people about oral sex. Out here, Pam.
Hold on there. Hold on, Miss P. Look, did you see that video he's in Nick relaxing about oral sex?
Look here. Mr. Tough doesn't have that start.
Look, I'm not hearing it clearly, Luke. What up? I'm not hearing it clearly.
Me not come here. It's not hear me clearly. You can hear me.
You're going in and out, Luke. Are you at home or what? You're using your phone or your laptop?
I'm using my phone.
You have an earpiece in there?
I'm heading home. Yeah, I'm going to take it out because I was on the road trying to avoid the police. But let me take it out.
Yeah. We are speaking to Luke George Cook, human rights activist. We also have on the phone Miss P. Luke, you still there with us? All right, Miss P, continue to Luke, come on in.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Man out there.
Jeffrey, can you hear me?
Oral sex.
Yes, I can hear much better. Hold on, Miss P. I can hear much better now. Go ahead, Luke.
Oh, hold on.
Hey.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
Yes, go ahead now. Now I'm saying to you, based on all you're hearing, the opposition, the Minister of Health is all the way Negril asking about oral sex while
I want to continue where my speech started off.
Yes.
The fact of the matter that there are Jamaicans still suffering from Hurricane Melissa and seriously suffering. A woman like Miss P who has contributed to the GDP of the country, work, raise our pig them and was making a living, wasn't sitting down waiting to go on government handout. Now find ourselves in this situation. And it's hard to see the condition of Miss P when we went to her community. I mean, we were basically there in front of a house that still had on tarpaulin and bricks. And when you saw the young children coming from inside of that house, it literally broke your heart. Um, 10 barrels of food items and clothing. We didn't take any time to give it away. We just never had enough. And plus we bought food packages and so to take for the residents of her community. And when we were leaving, people were actually coming. And so while while they were while they were saying that we were the people, we were brokenhearted because we never had enough to give. We just never had enough to give to everybody who was coming out because people were hearing about it, and it was the, as the mother said, the sick, the lame. Yeah, you hear me, Jeffrey?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, it was the sick, the lame, the indigent, everybody. And they just really came out. Some people really wanted to vent. You could hear the concern that they had about how the treatment of people, they were optimistic about getting aid. So much so, when I came into Kingston and I spoke to people at the Ministry of Labor and Social Security, people that I know very well, and I was saying to them, have anybody have any data on this community, how many people were affected, how they could have gotten help? When you talk to places like Rada was into to basically collecting data. They couldn't provide any assistance because they were just doing data collection. They don't have the mechanism. Them not have the money. They got some help through the Ziggy Marley Foundation, and those were like one-off help assistance. And when you look at the RADA report, you realize that it wasn't a comprehensive report that gave you the real picture of was what was happening to the people in the communities. So you realize that people needed to get assistance. And I don't know if the ministry has started to sort of sensitize their local offices to go out and to start to look at collecting second-hand data quickly from some of these communities, because there was a there was a plan to give some people 75,000, some people 150,000, depends on the money.
Hold on for me, Luke. And I'm cutting you, but listen to me. When it comes down to these people and these data thing that they're collecting, I don't believe in it. You know why I say it, Luke? Because it's always those who are in need leave behind.
Yeah. But here why you have to credit people like Miss P.
Yes.
You have to now promote people like them in the community, because whether you know it or not, Keith take over town, and them friends are gonna benefit from it. Who has this hurricane benefited? With all the money we use to them collect, you would have think them Miss P would have get back a roof, you could have buy back 2 pig, because people in the length and breadth of the world has given to this recovery effort. But why we're still in this stage, the first stage of it, where we look like we still don't know if we are going to come. And at the end of the day, you hear now you have to create NARA to be able to implement project right away for victim of Hurricane Melissa. Now, if people actually believe that the government cares about them, well, to hell with them, because they're in the middle of a hurricane system. And we don't see nobody I get up. Flight Green is now being said to be likely to replace Andrew Holness as leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, because them now realize that post a competition boy, Christopher Townsend can't come out of him shame tree of paying out $4 million in contract to a woman that he's having. And I fear with it has become a bedroom bully situation more than leaders who are running country. And what is disturbing to me, the private sector believes that these people in the Jamaica Labour Party, the Orbin Hill, the Christopher Tufton, the Flight Green, the Juliet Holness,
The Matthew Samuda,
and the Matty Samuda actually have a vision for this country.
and of course the Jeffrey Tavares. Go ahead. Miss B.
What is that say?
Hold on there. Make a play it for you. Hold on, make a play it for you. Hold on a minute, Miss B. You hold on there. Oh, what a woe situation, what a woe. Oh, what a woe situation, what a woe. Weeping and wailing, lightning and thunder, what a woe. I say, what a woe, city nation, what a woe. What a woe situation, what a woe. Weeping and wailing, lightning and thunder, what a woe. I say, what a woe, city nation, what a woe. Weeping and wailing, lightning and thunder, Jamaica, what a woe. I say, what a woe situation, what a woe. Jamaica weeping and wailing, lightning and thunder, what a woe. Go ahead now, Luke. Chop it now, Rababa Sosia, who stole the Honda.
Listen, do not laugh, Jeffrey. No, so what you know, is that here is that group of bandits who says that they're going to take us into the 21st century and we are going to be the greatest country. The greatest country in the world now, the healthcare needs to fix, the education needs to fix. Last week, the teachers come out 2 days, them are asked you for wear full black. And the nurses, them childless to come out, the junior doctor, them to come out, the University of the West Indies that are out for the road that ask the salary increase. So, you have to ask
you know something, Luke? I'm glad I go down that road. Are you going to see a repeat of the 1990s riot in this country?
No, Jeffrey, because here's what is true. Them have the police force and the soldier, them, I beat the people, them, and I drive fear into them. I don't know if you realize that widespread killing of the police when they go into these communities. And don't get me wrong, I'm not in any support of criminal behavior and criminal, but how some of these things happen when you hear how blatant they are, you can't give thumbs up to the police because they are fulfilling the mandate of the administration. Kill them first and ask questions after. But
because the Minister of National Insecurity and No Peace, Dr. Harris Chang, is saying that they don't have to wear in the body cams. They go and shoot these black people according to the late Wilmot Perkins. Shoot them. Shoot the blackbirds them. Shoot them dead.
But you know, Sir Jeffrey, this is what why I understand the Jamaican people, especially those who says that they are diehard supportive of their political party. Is it cool that poor people's children are killed every day in this country by this administration, and we just not say nothing? It's okay. So when trouble come at your doorstep, what you gonna do? Right? And let me tell you, don't take it light, because you see when me see man go to church, go kill woman in a church service over land, it grieve me out, So once upon a time, you wouldn't imagine anybody would even think of going to a church to carry out such an atrocity. Right? There are too many guns in the hands of some people who have no contribution to make to the nation. But if you look at them and you look at the behavior of the current leadership in the Jamaica Labour Party, you have to ask yourself a question, Jeffrey. What is different?
You know something, Luke? And it boils down to one thing, If the Jamaican people, according to Desmond McKenzie, the Jamaican people, if the Jamaican people cannot come together and have the spirit of Nanny of the Maroon, Marcus Garvey, Paul Bogle, and I dare go further, Martin Luther King Jr. and Harriet Tubman, then we're a last nation, We're going on a slippery path and a slippery slope, not in Spiritual Hill. Because if we have a country where millions of dollars was given to the country for hurricane relief, and not one single hurricane has been built, the people are still suffering who had suffered from the hurricane, and they sit down in this country and accept it. We have lost Luke George, but he's going to come back on. We sit down in this country and accept it, Miss P?
No. But let me tell you something.
Yes.
This country, you see, I go going on. If I hear about blue and blue?
No, tell me about it.
Blue and blue mean police don't start kill police now. If them continue same way. You know why? Me have police and you are police. Me have my nephew live at Timbuktu. I mean, know my nephew and a boy with bother my son. When me not even problem, me have him, I met him, tell nobody about him. And police go up, they go murder him. And me have police, And me have my brother, And you go murder my brother, and tell life of my brother, All me have to do in force, Me I go find out who. Me have to tell you, say, my son now, me never now connect to me. And you are police, me are police, you have to set power like me too. Blue and blue.
Hold on for Miss P. Students in the chat room, I have 100 likes. Come on, man. Give me 200 likes. Like up the live feed. And subscribe to the channel and share the live feed. Like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk YouTube channel as we speak through to power over here. We're not politically motivated. We don't paid by any political party. We're a member from the political party. We're speaking truth for Jamaicans. And the people of St. Elizabeth is what we're speaking about. We're speaking about what went on in the Parliament with Juliet Holness and Angela Burke. But we're also speaking about the people of St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, and Hanover, who are still suffering under the pans of hell of this administration, where until now they haven't gotten any help. A hurricane season is coming up again. Come June is start of a hurricane season. What have they done for the people of St. Elizabeth, Hanover, and Westmoreland? What have they done with millions of dollars they have received? Go ahead, Miss P. Like up the live feed. Give me 200 likes.
Andre, Steve, give me that's our house. And they drive now, figure was 78-year-old man who live in a close proximity to Miss Adasa. A man living not even good hut. You wouldn't call that hut. When me pick them, I will go to bush and my grandfather hut the house. Tapali, the man live surrounding him. And you tell me, so them no see that? In a center, and people still live in a Tapali, same way, with the young picnic. Understand? Oh. Juliet Holness a ride for a fall. And Juliet Holness is going to be one of the most disgraced House Speaker or parliamentarian ever walk a Jamaica. Juliet Holness is the worst prime minister wife ever.
But Miss P,
You have Beverly.
Miss P, must say something to you. And I keep on saying this, you know. I don't want to talk up too much because anytime I talk too loud, I have a splitting headache. So I have to be very careful what I do. I didn't plan to come on this evening, but I decided, you know what, it's true. I'm going to come on and have Luke help me out. Must say something to you all. You see, until we, the people of Jamaica, Miss P, you and I, those who live in our country, those who live outside of Jamaica, good night to all the students in the chat. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Good night to those who are listening from around the world in the Eastern Caribbean, those in Ghana, Zambia, Namibia, South Africa, those in East and West Africa. Good night to you or good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to the Make We Talk program. Like up the live feed, people. Like up the live feed. Like up the live feed. Miss P, if the people of our country don't come together, Miss P, and demand accountability, then we will never come better.
Jeffrey, it go happen.
When?
Rome never built in a day.
Well, that's true.
Go happen.
Yes.
It go happen. When you carry a bucket or a pan go and well, a pipe and you turn on it, and it full of you know take out, you not gonna run over.
True.
It go happen. Even when I said police there, or when I soldier, I will get frustrated. Because God moving in a mysterious way. We don't know what will going to happen. When enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
The cry of nation, the tears from people, they could have walked up better till you come upon them. It now go help them. The Bible says it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man in the kingdom of God. The rich man and his money shall soon depart. How can you suffer a whole entire nation just to benefit your personal self and a few cronies around you? No, take a look into it. And for the members of the GLP, the backbenchers, what is it that the Prime Minister have on you? Why you people can't stand up? Is people don't have no picnic? Expect to get
hold on there for me, Miss P. Hold on there for me, Miss P. Let me make something clear this evening. At no time at all did Sandra Goldin put up herself as a candidate as a candidate to run any political party. Mrs. Sandra Goldin did not put up herself as a candidate to run as an MP. So there is no way she can become Speaker of the House of Representatives. Mrs. Sandra Goldin has no love for politics. She said so with her own mouth. Mrs. Holness is a lover of power. Juliet Holness loves power. In no other modern democracy can or should there be a wife and a husband whose husband is prime minister, the wife is speaker. It should not happen. Way back when in the 1970s coming up, there was 3 people in politics that I know of. Husband was member of parliament, wife was councillor, and son was councillor. But at no time at all was the wife the head of the parliament or the head of the member of parliament in Westmoreland. She was the councillor for a division and the son was a councillor for a division. In this case, Jamaica has a prime minister who's head of government and the wife who's the head of another arm of government. It cannot continue. And for those, I can switch away a little bit there. For those who are using the Ratigan logo and posing that they are Marlon Morgan, desist from using that logo, please. For those who are using the Regent Ratigan logo, desist from using that logo, please. Go ahead, Miss P. Welcome back, Luke George Cook, to the program.
Yeah, Mr.
Pearlie Mullins, is what your name. The liar, this person never walked the universe. Andrew Wallace.
Hold on there. Listen to this idiot here in the chat room. The Cybercrime Act coming for you. Marlon.
Yeah.
Marlon. Let me say something to you, my good friend Marlon Morgan. Idiot I mean. You can't put out all you want to put out. Don't be surprised if you not go jail before that. If you answer questions for money at the Ministry of Education. Don't draw my tongue tonight. Go ahead for me, Luke.
Jeffrey who tell us that the cybercrime, let me tell you something.
Listen to me. This idiot here who they call a senator, you know, he don't know the laws of the land, you know. You don't want to be damn mouth. Go ahead for me.
What? Listen. Everybody I get paid for rob the Jamaican people. No call him no senator. Marlon Morgan gonna need to come out of the people's house and go look at full-time job and stop rob the Jamaican people. They are low life, born low, grow cheap and have bad habits. Cybercrime for come for UNO. UNO it for comfort because you notice that there's nothing that there's not that this party leader said or do that you find one JLP member on the side of the Jamaican people. They are all locked, stock, and barrel into carrying down the Jamaican people under the name of development and the fifth term and the fourth term where they might work for. But let me tell you, man, truth is going to rise up. And the people are not as stupid as they are. Una might be surprised the next time when the people go out to vote. Una won't have any numbers that we remember because people are tired of them. People are tired of them. I heard Donald Scott Motley and the one that is there where it always seem like him have Fitz and their name. Him have a big issue with that senator. No, listen, it's like the man them in a JLP, them spineless. Them so obsessed with power, and some of them, me I tell you, say, and the best of them, this Jeffrey. Me not expect him for coming about cybercrime. Where is the Prime Minister's tax return? Why is that not important than you coming on this damn program to try to tell Jamaica that we must have a voice? So you come with the Cybercrime Act. Just like on a ram through the other night after 1 o'clock, the bill was say uno want for fast track for help the Jamaican people. Tell me how you going to use the crown land to help the people.
Thief, they're not thief it, man. It's a way of thieving the people of this country some more. Robbing poor people. $180 million was overspent or overpaid in the Ministry of Education. You don't hear Marlon Morgan speak about it. Miss P? Miss P, can you call back in a minute and there's the next call coming in? Hold on there for me. Hello, good night. Make we talk here live. They want me to know. Hello, good night. Make we talk here live. Oh Lord. I'm gonna call about this person here. You see, nobody is talking about how much money that is missing from the Ministry of Education. Go ahead for me, sir. Welcome to the Talk program. You're live.
Yeah, man. Me live and you live and Luke live and everybody live. Thank God for that. Thank God for him blessing. All of we live and we can share review. You know what happened to the Jamaican Labour Party? Too much family in it. Too much family in the Jamaica Labour Party, so it cannot be better. And the Prime Minister of Jamaica, I don't know, I cannot find the right word to say about that man. Can you imagine Cuba in a crisis and Jamaica need doctors and nurses, and you send back the Cuban doctors and nurses in a crisis in a Cuba where they have to suffer, and they were in Jamaica helping all Jamaican people and was there for the goodness of the Jamaican people, and you send them back in a sufferation?
Let me ask you a question, sir. Let me ask you a question, sir. Have you heard the Jamaican people rise up about it, or have you heard the Jamaican people in the diaspora say anything about it, sir?
All no.
Okay.
Nothing. Nothing. But I concern about my country just like you and just like Luke and the lady on the program there.
Miss P.
I'm concerned. My neighbor string bear down there, you know, so me have to down there. I'm want good things for Jamaica, but the Prime Minister is something else. And too much family in the Jamaican Labour Party, and them cover up each other, so nothing not go work out better.
Let me say something to you, sir. A lot of people don't like when I talk, you know. The two political dynasty in this country. The two political dynasty in this country. What have they given to the people of this country?
When you find out to tell me, because
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Jeffrey, you're doing a good job. Luke, you're doing a good job. Mother P, you're doing a good job. And I still love my country and I want my country to be on top. But please, Jamaican Labour
Look.
Party government.
Hold on,
Yeah.
look.
Right.
Can you read in the chat room what this idiot say? First and all, they say we did want Senator Norma want ambassadorship. Because Gold never give me ambassadorship.
Mr. Morgan, Jeffrey, Mr. Morgan was an ugly child. When he was growing up, nobody paid him attention and don't give him any. That's all the Jamaica Labour Party is good for. This is what they are good at. They try to tear down any voice that does not agree with them. Has Mr. Morgan ever stood up? You know what Mr. Morgan's policy is? What has he stood up for? Is it okay that our hospital is in shambles? Is it okay that the victim of Hurricane Melissa are still suffering? What Mr. Morgan has ever done significantly to help the people of this country? So when him come on your program, remember that him can't talk to Anglican, but him teeth were boxed down. At the best of them life, you know. It's so sad when the former sons of slave don't take their overcoming with no great humility and can come on your program to talk about what he knows about you. Because I believe it. Him believe him lies. Say if you're the one ambassadorship. So I wouldn't pay him any mind. I don't know him. As I tell you, born low, grow cheap, have bad habits. Because you see, that is what the difference between rich people and poor people. Rich people that come on and say, let's do this better, Jeffrey. And that's the leadership position.
Yes.
Here's what the poor and those who are running this country to the ground come. You didn't want ambassadorship, I've been know you. And hear the threat now. The cybercrime are come for you. Where is the Prime Minister tax
As if I give a
return?
damn about the cybercrime.
We don't care about the cybercrime. Where is the tax return that is expected of every government official? And with all the scandals that Mr. Morgan, what have you done to help the poor people of this country? When I promise them the minimum will raise every year, when I give them $1,000. No, on one party member, Mr. Gentleman there from St. Thomas. Portland, Mr. Vance come and tell me we're for bad belly because with the gas crisis, it is going to be horrible for us. So you can see clearly, you know, what this is about, you know. Nobody must have a voice, and if we don't agree with what you're doing, because what is this bill that they rush through Parliament? Seriously, Jeffrey. What is that bill?
The bill that rushed to Parliament, Luke and Caller, and those who are in the chat room, like up the live feed, please. For those in the chat room, the bill that run through the Parliament is to rob the poor people some more. It's to give those who ask for $2 billion to go and buy some brand new school buses, according to them. It's to rob some more. It's to give Marlon Morgan the opportunity to come on people platform and chat pure damn nonsense and will not speak true to power about the $185 million that is overspent in the Ministry of Education. It's to give people like Marlon Morgan the opportunity to go and buy some brand new jacket and tie to go into the Parliament and rob the people some more. It's to give Marlon Morgan the opportunity to drive into a grey Prado with taxpayer money buy. That's what the bill is all about.
Anyway, Jeffrey, have a good night. I'll go back on your program.
All right, sir. Thanks very much.
No,
You're
and this is what is sad about it, you know. This is what is sad about it, that when you hear the Jamaican Parliament, both the upper house and the lower house, is in shambles. It's the worst set of people them go put in there. The people them will lie to your face and enjoy the scarce benefit as well and don't care anything about the people, because how can somebody say that they're a senator and come on by your show to take you on to talk about something that if can't prove it, say you were ever you vex over being ambassador. First, them say you did want MP seat. No, them say you did want Senate seat. No, me I tell you, man, I want big lashy. And the whole of them is a set of big lashy. That's why we're not gonna win. When you look on this dimwit talk about him as senator, that's supposed to be so dignified that you don't get into cascas and attack things where you don't know. Who wants to be ambassador in Jamaica?
Me. I don't want
No,
but listen to me.
seriously.
Listen to me.
Why would you be interested to become
The
ambassador?
only persons who I respect as ambassadors is the late ambassador Curtis Ward, and Jamaica's female ambassador to London, who Jamaicans has respect around the world, is Alum Asamba. I may respect other ambassadors, but I don't want ambassadorship. Because what you do? You give a criminal ambassador of plentiful who presided over the greatest atrocity in the history of this country. All know he hasn't answered to the atrocity in Tivoli Garden. But he's ambassador of plentiful who sit in the Prime Minister's office. So go and scratch.
Jeffrey, may I forgot to type up Marlon Morgan because somebody needs for actually really have a discussion with. But then again, may I tell you the truth, Jeffrey? Me not spend no more time on Marlon.
No. Let's talk truth to power, because
as dumb as a doorknob.
Yes,
And
because if
one of them already come up there.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Conrad O'Brien, this little idiot who they give senatorship to, this nincompoop, this fly by night, pitch by day boy who not have no respect, and Jamaicans don't respect him, who get senatorship shouldn't be senator. I don't know why they have my senator inside there. It's a damn disgrace to the senatorship of this country. Talk about him. Let's talk about truth to power. We need to know what happened to the Hurricane Melissa money. And the Speaker of the House, Juliet Holness, is a disgrace to the speakership.
As Marlon, because he probably I drive one of the newest vehicle out there.
Oh yes, man. In driving a grey, is that a brand new brown Prado?
As Marlon, because I'm very happy. Him probably get him whole house fully solar and him have new property because him have time to know. So where did the application for your ambassadorship? Because you never tell me.
But I like to know what he says that Mr. Golding promised me ambassadorship. Me. What ambassador for where? For which country? For a country where you Marlon Morgan have become a disgrace to the nation of this country and to the people of Jamaica. You don't want me to become ambassador? You know, mothers behind, I don't want it. Same way I don't want no order of dead donkey because it's pure criminals and thieves.
Jeffrey, Mr. Golden, when them dash out at the party, him not even get mentioned nowadays. Did offer you ambassadorship, and so why Marlon can come on the program and tell us what has happened to the Hurricane Melissa money since him have time for.
Hold on there for me, Luke. Marlon Morgan cannot come and need a Rattigan program nor Jeffrey Tavares program. Because you know why? The same way we had silent Nestor Morgan, We silent this idiot here too. This idiot Marlon Mag, we have silent him. By Stevie. He's a damn fool. You and Andrew Stevenson, bad man Juliet. Bad man Juliet for what? Bad man Juliet Holness for what? Listen to me. To hell with you. Come, Luke, let's talk about something else.
Hey, and the Kardashian. And the Kardashian. Juliet and the Kardashian.
Hold on there. Hold on, Miss P, go ahead.
No, that for sure you say Jamaica Labour Party. I don't know if it describe it as. Because when you have something like Marlon Morgan, in a people program attack the police, where we could have bad mind Juliet Holness. Juliet Holness, where Juliet Holness have when no other woman no have. Where Juliet Holness have? We don't want.
No, Juliet has a lot. Miss P. No, Miss P. Juliet has a lot. What Juliet has accomplished, let me tell you, it's no small feat. But Marlon knows that they went in there as, if them they go in there as poor people, them come out double time rich. What the land, remember, about 4 years ago, there was a woman who had Juliet Holness in court over land issue.
She's still in court.
Who wrote to her husband asking, and I tell you, I went to school with that lady. I went to school with the lady, and when I actually saw Jeffrey, I was in Northside Plaza one day, and I saw the person dressed in black, but the way the person was dressed, I thought it was a little bit excessive. Why would anybody be covering up so much? And when that lady called me and tell me the fear and what they have been going through, and when they wrote, and that woman was a strong supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party, as far as I know. And she was living in fear. Thank God she said they could have moved to Miami. That is how the family was experiencing some sort of reprieve. Juliet has achieved a lot. I'm telling you, this parliament has given some poor people the opportunity to live. They let them fly around.
But one thing doing a look. No American government now watch me. No American government not watching me. So all those who that talk about bad mind, Marlon Morgan, you be careful, you know. The US government watching you too. She's not first lady. Idiot. Make I enlighten you about the politics of this country, you nincompoop. The first lady of Jamaica is the governor general's wife, not the prime minister's wife. You damn idiot. Go ahead, enough of you now. Go ahead, Luke.
Marlon, I defend him in syrup and bread. We can tell you, say Marlon Morgan, my house tab come off and he put on back. And when we go in there, go sleep, we sleep comfortable. Cause nobody now watch me. Me very comfortable, so me rather than chicken back. I'm comfortable, one yam steak.
We have
Right,
the fact of the matter is, you know, we have Marlon Morgan file, you know, from the first time he entered the Ministry of Education. You keep on talk. I mean, boss, your girl over here tonight. We have your file. Idiot, I'm in. We have your file. Don't ramp with me. I tell you all the while, you know. You know who my lawyer is. Go ahead for me, Miss P.
Marlon, you're an idiot in other sense. If me's a female, and if me should have wake up and find something like in my bed, heart attack must kill me. You understand? Heart attack must kill me. So you know nothing. Nobody not afraid of you, Marlon Morgan. You do the worst thing.
But Miss P, you remember when the current Minister of Finance said AJ had sent her some very
no man, is the current Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade.
Foreign Trade had sent her some messages that were very disturbing. I mean, I say at Miss Johnson level, All AJ Nicholson I send a message. Oh, him want higher up and what him want do to her. No, Papa Jesus, no, Miss P. Tell me now. Them could have come to you with that. And
Come to
Camilla
me with what?
Johnson, AJ want tie up and told you in a 50 shades of grey. They could not do that to you as an ordinary Jamaican woman, let alone AJ did that to Camilla. And her father at the time was the ambassador to the United Kingdom, the late Mr. Johnson, who I have the greatest of respect for that
Oh
man.
yes.
I don't
Oh
know
God,
how I
I
don't know
love
how
that
she
man.
became.
I love.
Yeah, man. I don't know how she became. How she can claim that that man was her father. That man was a dignified man. I
Hello,
lift my hat to him. And you don't have politicians like
that
that. And then
that
you
man
hear,
run in Naughty St. Catherine. That man, and regardless we are PNP, he was a member of the JLP. That man does not see party color. And I see late Anthony Johnson, may your soul continue to rest in eternal peace. You were a gentleman. And when I look and see your daughter come and become something like what she do and does, it breaks my heart to know, to meet Anthony Johnson, know him. Like how me get to know you look when me say Anthony Johnson. Anthony Johnson a pass a man grave, just have go about him business and him pull people in top. And people stop him. And say, you can't left Mr. Johnson, you mad? Man run gun down, they say, go and cut one bunch of banana. One gun, they say, go big piece of yam.
Who will do
And
that?
so,
Who in Jamaica now will do that for this idiot who they call Senator Marlon
Right.
Morgan?
people
Which
turn up,
Jamaican now?
nobody know what nothing.
Which Jamaican
beg you,
now
Joe.
would go on pick cut
Ant-
banana can't go give Marlon Morgan and Dixon can't go give Marlon Morgan?
Anthony Johnson tapping a Mangrove Square and say, I'm going to buy a drink. And I'm a labor right now, and tapping a PMP town. And the PMP, them what we say, no, you're not spending the money today. We are treat you. We are treat you.
Because that is a show of respect the people have for him.
That man does not see politics in the people. And some place where Mr. Johnson walk, and some people who Mr. Johnson visit in the time of needs, walking foot, nobody gather the back of him.
yes,
Walking foot go over ridge. Anthony Johnson continue to sleep in peace,
yeah,
sir. Bless up
you have
yourself.
some, listen, you have
Right.
some good people in a JLP now because there was a man that I know that the JLP never did probably have that man in high regard. But he would have been an excellent prime minister. That was the late Teddy Barr. Dr. Barr was an
Who you mean Ken
excellent,
Barr?
yeah, Ken Barr was an excellent person. I don't think they make them. Just like when you look on the PMP side, there will be no Rataclan, right? There
None.
will be no Danny Buchanan to come. There will be no Paul Roberts to come. Them the politician that God. Where you get us some wish wash, people will never get no Carmel Parish line weak. They come in there to look for themselves and talk about the love of the people. The other day me say, Jeffrey, he say one man put up one video. And the Jamaica jail, look on this man will come fix the road Sunday morning. You know what I don't like about these people? You remember when Warmington said if the labor right councillor won, he would never give him the money to spend. He would have still go look for the labor right councillor. The way the country has gone, the country has gone to a set of people who are not loyal to the development of Jamaica.
Hold on there, look. Miss P, hold on a minute, don't hang up. Next call coming in, hold on. Hello, good night, make we talk here live.
Good night, Jeffrey. Good night to Luke.
Good night.
I'm under the weather, but I was just listening to Miss P just now, talking about the late Anthony Johnson.
Yes.
And I'm wondering if the same Anthony Johnson she's talking about that ran or was MP and Northeastern St. Catherine from 1980 to 89. Is that the same Anthony Johnson she's talking about?
Was he MP at one point, Luke?
Huh?
Was he MP at one point?
Yeah.
Yes, is him saying one, sir.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. From 1980 to 89. Jeffrey, I can give you the file on these people. Percival Broderick, under the same umbrella during that time frame. He was in what? I think Northeastern St. Mary, close to Bobby Montague constituency.
Yes.
I think at the time he was councillor before he moved up in ranks.
Yes.
So I'm saying, like, no disrespect to Miss P in terms of what she encountered in terms of Anthony Johnson, but I can have several people attest to who that man was. Gilbert was 88, and I remember this was like yesterday. And not just in Northeastern St. Catherine, because we know the amount of aid Jamaica got in 88. And I can tell you and call names, Jeffrey. All the zinc and stuff that came in a Northeastern St. Catherine, the same power grab now is the same thing that's been going on from then. It has only gotten worse now. Because I remember clearly, even when the aid came in for people after Hurricane Gilbert, because Gilbert came over from Portland side, if I'm correct, back in 88. So the devastation was immense to the farming belt and, St. Catherine, St. Mary, coming all the way over. And when the thing came for people, the JP, them end up get it and them sell it. Our house, family house in Northeastern got damaged. Roof blew off, clean. And when they came around with assessment, we put name down and the thing came in and they said, okay, you get the voucher for end up the pickup. At the time, I remember on our house, we had 8 footers and 10 footers on our roof. Jeffrey, we got one orange juice back of zinc nail and 8 sheet of zinc. And all this zinc that came in, because remember, it was underneath the JLP administration, it was sold. So the aid was supposed to end up coming in, the distributor, them friend that had hardware and stuff, and you have to end up with purchase it back because they needed it at full price. So that's the reason why I'm saying, is it the same Anthony Johnson this person is talking about? Percival Broderick was one of them too. He had a farm up there named Farm Consolidated Limited, and you can fact check me on these things, Jeffrey.
I know the farm.
Okay. So I'm not like on here like saying these things. Oh no. And that's the reason why sometimes I'm like, for the life of me, like the Jamaican people have blindfold over them eyes.
But
for me, it doesn't matter if you're a JP or you're a PNP. If you're representing your people that put you there to represent them, you're good.
Yes.
But when it's just a section that says green,
yes,
you're representing. How does that work?
And Jeffrey, I'm delighted that the caller called, because we, as me and Miss P said, we did respect Anthony for his statesmanship. It's not to say that this is not the reality of Jamaica, because I don't know how young my caller brother is. But here the pain, Jeffrey. We have elected people who constantly have abused the power. The king come, it tell to a friend them, but the people have to find a way to buy it, which is wrong. there has been no accountability because this is the same thing with this hurricane, you know. We are going to hear say money collect, Jeffrey, and we are going to hear say the next hurricane season come in, and bet you will not see in real life how the money was spent. So when you talk about overspend or expenditure, them say they're not gonna move the thing now from you getting the cash to voucher. And we don't know because when you listen to the Rosie Hamilton tape, you realize that they can make up list of people who don't even exist. And list of people where when the money pay out, the person might only be collected 5,000. I want you to listen to what the caller is saying, you know, because here's the hard facts. We have seen over and over the leadership of this country has abused the people. The people have not gotten what they were supposed to get in the time of need. And these are the people we call honorable people who were elected to represent the suffering of the people of Jamaica, whether them come from north side, south side, east side, represent the people. The people need the help. So I'm agreeing with the caller. If Pierre Alibaba and the 40 thief have run this country, and it's time for young people like him who have the data. I hope people will get to have sense. Give people a chance like this to go into public spaces and to run for seats and to actually assist community the way community are to be assisted.
Hmm.
How much
Jeffrey, I'll
these
go
people
one better.
Mhm.
I'll go one better. After Anthony Johnson relinquished his seat,
Yes.
um, under Portia Simpson Miller tutelage,
Mhm.
we had an MP in the area, Phyllis Mitchell.
She died the other
She,
day, yes.
yeah, she was homegrown. She was homegrown.
Mm-hmm.
In the short space of time that she was MP, because the election was close, they fought her tooth and nails in the courts.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in the last year, she lost based on what they found are the closeness of the election.
Mm-hmm.
During the time that she represented that area, it is the only time, Jeffrey, the road was debushed and fixed properly with drains. The schools in the area,
Mm-hmm.
they got additional classrooms. And they fought that lady tooth and nails and she lost. Abe Dabdu came in. Nobody no know him from nowhere. But them just put somebody to run because, okay, all the things set.
Mm-hmm.
He got the seat. He ran, he lost.
Mm.
He switched side and came over to the PNP side.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the last two election cycle, he campaigned alongside the person that was representing on the PNP side.
Mm-hmm.
They lost the seat anyways. The JLP won again. And I'm telling you, nothing has happened, Jeffrey.
But hold on if I may call. Hold on if I may call and look. My question tonight is this. Sorry. How is it that the people of the constituency in Jamaica sit down and allow these bandits to continue representing them when there's no road, no water? For how many years? I don't understand this.
Jeffrey,
Tell me.
Jeffrey, at one point in time, I remember I sent you a video a while back.
Yes.
Of the water treatment plant that was there
Mm-hmm.
and the roads. them thing there no work no more, Jeffrey.
God in heaven.
Yeah, man.
You know,
And Carla,
Bush overrun and people take with all of the, what is there.
yes.
Carla,
You,
you remember the other day in one of these meeting for the coast, I forgot the man was showing all bullfrogging at the water.
it was Ian Bell in St. Anne.
And even bullfrogging at the water, you know. And me tell you something, Jeffrey. You gonna say, how is it that people sit down and don't take to the street? Let me tell you something, man. You see, if we not get people to get out of this mentality of taking 3,000, 5,000 for them vote and stop talk arguments. Hello?
Go ahead,
Look
go
there.
ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, you see, if you now have people will love this country, come and notice that since you give voice to Morgan, one will come up with the same name, Daniel. And Daniel means, Daniel is such a beautiful name. I don't know how this demon crawling in the conversation. Everybody in Jamaica now live off of politics. We not tell people name and we not tell people. What we're basically saying, not because your party is in power, una never have nothing. They've never do nothing. They do everything right. But brother, we are not doomed because what me can tell you say, not a whole heap of people are wake up, you know. Because for a long time, people did have PMP around the country. No better area, no better barren. They give us like an increment. After the man list, you don't see nobody where anybody talk about. Remember, the best era in a Jamaican politics will always be attributed to the man. No care who Andrew Wallace and him crony is. And if that makes me political, I'm sorry. A young man sent me a video of Michael Manley on Sunday talking about Cuba and our relationship with Cuba. And I was stunned that you will never have a leader like that in the Jamaica parliament because all of these people are there looking out for enrichment of themselves and their family. They are not poor. They don't live poor. So when you talk about Phyllis Mitchell, them the people are good people.
But look,
Yeah.
even you didn't touch on the Michael Manley subject. Remember, Michael Manley had said that a man can't come in yard and tell him how to run him yard. Just putting it in a nutshell.
Better me.
Or you end up and tell me you end up doing my yard.
I just saw
and my friend them who end up choose.
Because the youth never ask a war go down why we aside with America over Cuba. Now imagine how much people in your hospital, them people that come here and them work, tooth and nail. Give and take the language barrier. But nowadays now you can, those of us who can manipulate phone, can basically put on the translator on our phone and we can talk to the people them. And we can understand what them are saying and them can understand what we are saying. Look how much people in the hospital need care. And you negotiate and you say that you love this country. So if you are going to say you are breaking ties with Cuba, remember when COVID just started, brother, when we never know about how we are going to survive because we never have enough respirator in the hospital. How them people that rush come down here and they created their own respirators so that we could use it. They have always been with us in major disaster. Anything I go on, them come. Because even the other day in Melissa, remember I said Cuba, they get hit by Melissa, but they still came to help us with our problem.
Oh, it's just crazy. Look, I want you to elaborate on one thing for me and I'm going to hang up and listen. because I'm still waiting to get some clarity or some information regarding Napa.
What is
There's
Napa? You mean Napa? What are you talking about Napa? What happened to Napa? Napa, no Napa, Napa.
Napa, my bad, Napa, yeah. There was when the last killing off of the fisher got at me on a from Bagua coming up through Chujos, the McConnells.
Oh yes.
I understand that that file was sealed because there was no disclosure as it relates to the agreement that was reached between NEPA and the company. So I'm still trying to see who or how we can get some information, because that is the body that regulates everything island-wide.
Now, let me ask a question, sir.
Uh-huh.
Isn't NEPA in the office of the Prime Minister, sir?
Well, Jeffrey, I give more research then know where I intend to take on.
All of them, the Prime Minister take over. Anybody who thinks ever come late because we just refer to the Michael Manley video. Thank goodness that you have all of them something here. It's always good to learn that you have knowledge. Listen, I'm not political, you know. So when I'm gonna say, if you just after this video, you're late. Listen, my generalizing is that I have yet, and I'm waiting to see people who go in at the parliament who genuinely love them people, and them did it because them love them people. And that me a wait for. Me believe that if you love your people, them man, you're gonna dead for them. So brother, the man them a push to a bill for say them are gonna do $1 billion now for do. Them now for need everybody for vote. Them can't do with the majority with the JLP. Them vote for a bill, and no JLP member had a problem with it. Notice when Edward Warmington went to the Liberate, him tell them say if them can't go too far with him, but they all come together and then decide that they are going to push through a bill. It's just like if you're going to RGD now, you can't say register general anymore. You have to say needs. Because basically, needs have been overtaken. Is now submerged with the register general department. Them wear need shirt, and we other people have not even yet ratified need as an identification, because we see there's things happening and we don't know. The other thing about needs is that we still have to ask, why would you use something that was primarily Jewish in nature, that was used by the Jewish country to oppress the Palestinian people? Why would you use that? Because
Luke, you know why they're using it? Because there's some money to thief. Hello? Caller?
Yeah, I'm still here, but look, yeah, I'm still here.
Lost Luke. It seems like the Pegasus has blocked out Luke.
no, them not block me out yet. Them a try. Yeah, so that's right. They try. So Jeffrey, we not even have the full understanding and need. But you know, say the registrar general basically it needs now.
Yes.
Yeah, that is what they are primarily the implementer of need. Something that when we learn about it, we hear that it is what Israel used to identify the Palestinian people, and why we had to use that system and not look at the Curacao identification system. And look on it, you have the national ID, now you have NID, you have TRN. All of this are going to work, Jeffrey. Because all we do is
what you fail to understand, Luke and Carl. What you all fail to understand, the two diatribes in this country, when they want to make money for their friends and cronies, they create something to milk the coffers of the Jamaican taxpayers. And if you rebel against it, you hear somebody like other people come on, left them alone because a dirty comrade, let them alone. And they don't understand one damn thing about needs or nothing about Nara, but they're talking. Like I hear some labor right people on TikTok the other night. They're cussing one another about Nara is this and Nara is that. And I'm like, listen to these idiots. They don't know nothing and they're speaking. They don't know no research on Nara yet they're speaking. We're faced with a fundamental problem in this country, you know. A very serious one too.
Yeah, man, you know what is so fundamental? Is how dumb people want to sound like them, right? It's like
So
Morgan and this Daniel. It's them just think that them bright because everything what Andrew said is gospel. And we must run with it. Because Nara, why are you creating Nara in the middle of the upcoming hurricane season when you are not bracing the rest of us? Definitely, them not talk about food security, you know. Remember, I said we are play more for the eye. Them not talk about food security, you know. That not talk about none at all.
that is
They are
why
not talking.
some of these people who are calling themselves political aligned, not dead for hunger in this country.
Them, it's so sad because you have not addressed food security. You have not addressed outbreak of other viruses that
Yes.
people might have. You
Hold on for me, Luke. Hold on for me, Luke. Caller, can you call back?
Okay, no problem.
Yes. Good night, make we talk here live.
Jeffrey, how are you?
I'm good. Turn off your thing in the background, please.
It's off.
Yes, go ahead now.
I like your discussion, okay?
Yes.
Most of who are in politics today on the government side are enriching themselves, okay? If you look at where the Prime Minister is coming from, and I said this to people over and over.
Wait, hold on there. The Prime Minister coming from a 1 bedroom, a 2 bedroom. Is it now a 4 bedroom?
You got so far.
No. The Prime Minister has several houses. For the young man who Cliff used described, no, he have several houses. His house at Shenstone Drive, up in Beverly Hills.
And Great House.
He have a house in an estate down in Falmouth where them give him. He have several houses. Everybody was starting and this would start from nothing. Them have places
Hold on for me, Luke. Hold on for me. Senator Fitzhenry, I know you very well, sir. Why don't you call the program Senator Fitzhenry since the program's full of pay lie, Senator Fitzhenry? If this is you, call the program, sir.
You see, Jeffrey, you can't listen to Atka Fitzhenry. What Atka Fitzhenry is trying to do is trying to get a ministerial position. So Atka Fitzhenry
than Scott Motley and down there antagonize the woman. The Fitzhenry need for him husband gonna shit.
Luke!
Luke!
Come on now, Luke.
Look, can you hear me?
He's here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
This is Mac from Florida. Atka Fitzhenry is looking a ministerial post, so he would say anything to defend Andrew Holness. Atka Fitzhenry don't know Andrew Holness like how I know him. I know Andrew Holness when he was campaigning for Shaina Robinson in St. Anne's. Remember when Danny Melvin leave the PNP?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Andrew Holness was campaigning and he was wearing short khaki pants and big slippers, right? And me and him have a nice discussion. We talk very well. So anybody who don't know Andrew Holness, I know him personally. So today now, Andrew Holness is not looking about the Jamaican people. Andrew Holness is looking about to enrich himself. And if Andrew Holness was living in Denmark, he would be behind a tribunal and he would be in prison. He would be in prison. Now, let's go to the bill that he passed, he piloted, and he want to appoint what director or chairman? Is it so?
Yeah,
Did they watch you proceed in the night, sir?
Yes, I watch the procedures. I watch everything.
Okay.
So look, and and the moderator. The minute that bill becomes law, it will challenge in court. You cannot spend taxpayer money and you don't have accountability. It doesn't take. I didn't went to law school. I don't have to go to law school to
But you know
understand
something,
it.
sir? You know something? People not vexing me tonight. You know I don't blame Andrew Holness. What the Labour Party should do, you see, is suck every single Jamaican blood out of them and suck them dry like ticks. We're a bunch of set of damn idiots in this country. All of us. Every single one of it.
You absolutely so right, because look, and moderator, I have a cousin living in one of the Garrison Jamaica Labour Party constituency, and he just finished his work, and he's begging right, left, and center. And I said to him, "Oh, you're a damn fool. Why are you doing what you're doing to yourself?" Okay? Today, I called my Jamaica Labour Party supporters in Eastern Hanover, Ramber. Moderator, I don't know if you know Eastern Hanover. Do you know
yes,
Eastern
man,
Hanover?
get to the point. I know Hanover very well. I'm from Westmoreland.
Right. So I was talking to him about the road.
From Westmoreland, sir. We come from Grangeville and Negril.
I was, Russell Harman. So I was talking to him about the road from Arton Grove through Milestone to Cocoon and go back to Open. Right. He said to me today the road is like a pond. And I said,
man,
why
that's not true. That is not true. Andrew fixed that road, man. It's carpet.
Listen, I was talking to my Jamaica Labour Party supporter. He said the road is a pond.
That's a damn lie.
And I said to him, what are you talking about being a pond? He said, boy, it is the worst.
No. Caller, hold on for me. That is a lie from the pit of hell. Andrew Michael Holness, along with the former Minister of Finance, Nigel Clark, has carpet all over Jamaica. Carpet.
Well, that is not true.
No, you are lying now. You are lying.
Yeah. Look here. I have no need to belittle myself like that. I called my friend. He's a member of the Jamaica Labour Party. We grew up together. He's much older than me.
He is lying. Andrew Holness has made Jamaica pothole free.
No. So when
hold on for me, caller, hold on. Luke, I want to say something. Go ahead, Luke.
Jeffrey, Lord man. Cause we know say all them do. It's pantomime.
Look.
You're right, caller.
Jeffrey, look. I don't know if you're from Kingston, but Jeffrey will give you my number and we can talk after here. Look, when you talk about from cops, Cocoon, Friendship, Haddington, we're talking about Eastern.
Those are carpets.
We're talking about Eastern Hanover. When you talk about
caller, stop telling lie. The people have carpet, no patrol.
When you talk, look, when you talk about lead team, when you talk about friendship, when you talk about Arton Grove, when you talk about Chester Castle, all those are in Eastern Hanover. Look, before I come on the radio and talk nonsensical argument.
But caller, hold on for me, caller. Caller, listen to me. You look like you don't know who Jeffrey Tavares is. I know, you know. I'm just making a little joke with you, you know.
Yeah,
Jeffrey. What I told you, one of my criminal defense lawyer, he lives in Montego Bay. You and him is friend, and he's a good person of mine. So anything what you say, Jeffrey, you speak in the truth. You don't come on radio and run your mouth. You have done your research, and. Luke is on the other line. Luke, these guys are rich. Luke, why do you think Darrell Vaz is leaving politics? Why do you think he's leaving politics?
Who tell us I ain't leaving?
He said he's leaving. This
You know,
is
here's
his
the
last
I'll find a Jamaican and saying I'll live again.
Excuse me?
You know, here's the I'll find a Jamaican and saying I'll live again.
The fact, Jeffrey, that is beside the point. There advance has done more damage to this. Listen, man. You say whether we want to laugh about this, you know. I'm not joking, no. The Jamaican people, them are dead by the dozen. And when me look on you, I say to you, say, in all the way you hear them, my people are defend. You hear not about food security. Look on the facts, the light gone. And now them can't use the sun. Them can't use the sun to give the people them some light. And then them are going to give JPS a big loan. When people still live out a door, why do we not settle these land issues that people can once and for all own one little piece of the rock where them call Jamaica land we love and know say for them one. How is it that a prime minister can have house in every town, every city, but the people who these people elect to represent them they don't find a way to give them dignity to live in this land that we call Jamaica? But about you know, and one thing we know about poor people, you know. I'm not talking about the poor where them people are addressed. We are talking about the real poor. When you go at them out, if it's red floor, them have them to tell you say, cleanliness is next to godliness and then clean. You can't drink out of the milking. The fact of the matter is that people in Jamaica are living in shambles. If you look at the civil service, people want pay, the teacher them want better pay. Me don't know why them can't come to a wage package to satisfy the teacher them. Why do they take 100% raise for parliamentarian who has not produced anything?
But Luke can call and call. I gotta run pretty soon. The next call coming in. But Luke can call. Listen to me. When will we see the people of our country get up and say enough is enough? And start depending on members of the Jamaican diaspora to speak out for them. And start depending on Luke, George, Cook, and Jeffrey Tavares and others to speak out for them. When are they going to get up and say enough is enough?
Jeffrey, it cannot happen. Why? As Luke said, it cannot happen.
Why?
It is because of scarce benefit and political spoils. You get $3,000. Luke, why you think Bartlett? Why you think Bartlett that come from where Jeffrey come from? Bartlett come from Westmoreland. Jeffrey can tell me if it is lie. I'm telling. He come from Westmoreland. Why do you think Bartlett is leaving politics? Why do you think he's leaving?
Politics too?
Bartlett is about to leave politics. So they are grooming. What's the guy they would take call from other space? Delano Steve, right, to take over. Why do you think Bartlett is leaving politics? Bartlett is leaving politics because Bartlett is laughing all the way to the bank.
Luke,
right?
Luke, you're taking that.
No doubt, them not need for broke no more cup. No salsa now for broke, no cup now for broke. Because the gravy, I one set of people in Jamaica after the money. And those people were up at the top. The rest of us down here fighting for justice and fighting for equality. And people are talking about we are politicized, we defend. Listen, if I don't care about the politics, I would love my country to run in a way where the Jamaican people can get the best of what we can give to our people. And it's time the talking done. It's the political system on both.
Look, before we go, and Jeff, before we go, I have a cousin who run as a councillor for the Jamaica Labour Party in Western Jamaica. And the party gave my cousin a lot of money. My cousin did not win the seat. My cousin is now traveling and enjoying the best of life that he can enjoy.
I don't blame you either.
Before you go, dear, when I was working with Betty and Blaine at Youth Opportunity Unlimited, one of my greatest supporters was a supporter of the Jamaica Labour Party. When I met that woman in Alman Town, boy, I think the woman drink, eat, and breathe Jamaica Labour Party. Anyway, I found a friend in her because she was very supportive of what we were doing to try to help Jamaican children to get mentors, and so I would work
Mm.
with her. But
Look,
Hold on,
look,
Make him finish now.
right.
it breaks my heart when that woman called me over and over and tell me that she hungry. That the woman that we used to move people from Portland to Kingston and put them on voters to the Jamaica Labour Party. And when me look, she have to turn literal beggar because the party not have no use here.
No. Look, can I say this to you before you're very intelligent and you're very level-minded, and Jeffrey. You remember this thing with in Central Kingston recently with Rosie?
Yes.
You notice you don't hear gunfire about it?
But me just said, Carla, I just said what Rosie said. I don't understand if we had an investigation arm of the police. Why is not investigated? Why you don't? Why is it that the police did not take an interest? Remember, Rosie went as far as Carla and said, Donovan, me know the body them there now.
Listen me, if the commissioner, Mr. Blake, tomorrow morning, I'm not challenging you. I'm not putting it to you. I'm just saying to you because I'm a man who studies my current affairs and understand the politics. If the commissioner tomorrow morning investigate that case, all what the Prime Minister has to do is to go to Parliament and have a no vote of confidence in him and send to the Police Service Commission that to remove him. You cannot investigate it. Donovan Williams is untouchable. Rosie.
Let me ask that question, Carla. Now we have.
Yes.
Let me ask that question. Let me tell you something.
Mm.
Why should the police investigate anything?
Excuse me?
Why should the JSF go investigate when the JSF is as corrupt as the political parties in this country?
They cannot investigate because the guy who they're grooming for police commissioner, what's the guy name who used to be with Cliff Hughes? What's his name? What's the guy who was he's now superintendent? What's his name?
The one who never got to Twickenham Park got trained for no police?
The one who never got to Twickenham Park. So I say this to say that Rose investigation, it is too big to be investigated. It is too big to be tried. The police commissioner of Jamaica, the police commissioner of Jamaica.
Let Luke finish now.
But that is essentially why we will never get better than this. Because when you have first-hand information like that, remember that Rosie said it, and we heard it.
Exactly,
and the whole world hear it. And in it was so nasty and dirty. But why? When Rosie said, Donovan, remember, me know the body them there. You know the music we're talking about.
Look, the PMP MP, the former PMP MP that gone to prison recently, okay? Look, you know how much to defend that, former PMP
I don't want another one there.
Okay. So look, let us go back to Rosie and moderator. It cannot be investigated. It is untouchable. So Rosie lawyer and Donovan lawyer, they are talking together.
Let us say that this is the new Jamaica we live in. The big man have the talk, so him have the money, him do anything. How do we get this country to ever get people to respect the laws of the land if there's one law for the rich and one law for the poor? And how do we stop when the dam is going to burst because people are tired of it? We see it every day.
You're asking me the question. So let me give you the answer. If you're paying for vote, and your people are not educated and not informed, how you think you are going to get the system changed? And if you have a country, it is a fight for scarce benefit and political spoil carried on by hostile tribe, perpetuate that war. How do you think it going to change?
Well, sir, Ewa, Here, with all of what you just
Go
said,
ahead, Luke.
I can agree with you to an extent. But then the people have to make a decision if we are going to keep on doing what we're doing and expect to get a different out. Because here's what is true. There are people who are not a part of this discussion, like people who are telling us that them no vote. But everybody have to go out and vote because no, none of us are safe. It no matter which where you're there. None of us are safe because we have
Luke, I respect you. You're a very intelligent man. Your bread is bread. Your bread is bread and butter.
No, sir. No, go, sir.
But the people, Jeffrey,
Luke, come here for the name dirty girl.
and dumpling and all those things. Luke, if you are going to have a prime minister,
hold on. It's only can talk one time.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead.
I call on the Jamaican people under our voice, both home and in the diaspora. We need to come together in the one Jamaican upliftment movement. We need to state what we want. The change must be constitution reform must be big. We must hold these people accountable until we start sending some of them go to jail. And when them can't fulfill them obligation, every member of parliament and council must have a job description, and we must have a big assessment of independent people who assess to see that they are doing what they are doing.
Luke,
right?
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. If I go to work tomorrow morning, and I call my boss bad mind, I wouldn't have a job. I would be fired. And when you have a prime minister,
then I don't blame Daryl Vance to call with bad mind. With bad mind, no hell.
When you have a prime minister, Luke, who utter those words.
It's not the prime minister that did it. It's not the prime minister that did it, sir. It's Daryl Vance that did it, sir.
Daryl Vance?
Yes.
Well, Daryl Vance must be put before a tribunal. He's unfit.
Then who's gonna put him before the tribunal?
Well, as Luke said, we have to come together, change the system. I agree with Luke. Luke, can you hear me?
Yes, man. Go ahead, man.
I am not disagreeing with you. I agree with you. I am prepared to come together to change the political course, to change the system.
Does the Jamaican people want it to change, sir?
Jeffrey, whether or not them wanted to change it, have to change. Because now them see gas price go up and Daryl Vance tell them say, ban on a belly because we not go pay for electricity. We're killing no. And nobody now talk why the Ministry of Energy have not come out with a solution why people can have solar panel in them house because them can't say them up here God for sunlight. So why is it that you're not making it affordable for your people to live in Jamaica and live the best possible life? So you can't sit down every day and expect that the ones who are enjoying the trip, after them get the money and them lose the seat, that will live them best life. This can't continue for working on. The dam is about to break. Hear me, Jeffrey.
Luke, tell Jeffrey to go to Greenwich Park, to go to Payne Avenue.
Why?
To go to Waltham Park.
Why?
Tell him to go to those places.
Why should I go to those places?
Excuse me?
Why should I go to those places?
No, I'm just generally speaking. You don't have to go, but talk to those people in those era, in those era, and ask them the sufferation.
What sufferation?
And Luke is right.
Hold on for me, sir. Hold on. What sufferation? It's prosperity time.
Jeffrey, I respect it. Do not talk, Jeffrey. Do not talk, Luke. Do not talk nonsense. Do not talk nonsensical argument, Jeffrey.
Why?
It cannot be prosperity. Jeffrey, how much work in the milk?
Jeffrey is being his I provoke him. Jeffrey,
no, but seriously, hold on there for me, Luke and Carla. Hold on there for me.
Yeah.
Why should I go to them? And what sufferation are they suffering? It is prosperity time. They're the one putting back Andrew in their constituency.
No,
have you ever traveled on Maxfield Avenue and see the road on Maxfield Avenue?
Don't say
In the
that.
Parliamentary constituency?
Don't say that. How much people voted in the last election? 30 years. How much people depend on the voters is far more than that. So what we need to do is to find a way to get the people them to be excited about voting. Because the truth of the matter is that the people are saying no better hearing, no better barrel. But what them now do is to put up who them sitting in them community best can represent them than to make these people go back into power and keep on embezzling the little scarce benefits and spoil. Because the truth of the matter, Jeffrey, you know have to say why them send them back into politics. We don't have proper we have school that when rain fall, them are flood. We have hospitals that don't have equipment to treat the people. Some fundamental things that we should have passed them something like Jeffrey. For instance, we should have a national land act that says once you live in this area for over a period of time, and we can even get $5 from you each year, me I gonna take the $5 to give
Hold
you
on for me,
a
Luke. Hold on for
title.
me, Luke. Caller, my next call coming in. Can you call the next call coming in? I have to run.
Yeah, hold on, before we go, let me finish. Jeffrey, let me run.
You have 2 minutes. Go ahead.
Jeffrey and caller, don't, and I'm going to break this news to you. Do you know that Jamaica in this Western Hemisphere have the highest tooth decade in the world?
Have the highest what?
Have the highest tooth decade in the world?
Tooth decade?
Tooth decade.
You
What
mean
we mean by that?
Then teeth that decay?
Yeah, what we mean by that? Have the baddest teeth in the world? Did you know that? Go and ask the American Medical Association.
So how that come in the conversation now?
No, I am just saying to you. You are asking me how that come in the conversation as to the current affairs. If your government can't solve your medical problem, right? If your government can't solve a medical problem, because when you have a thing like your highest tooth decade in the world, in the Western Hemisphere, and to take care of your people, if your government can't solve the problem within the health sector, how are they going to solve the problem in the national wider community? How are they going to solve the problem?
Listen,
if election call tomorrow, man, Andrew going back in though.
Huh?
If election call tomorrow, man, Andrew going back in. Thanks for calling in.
God bless. Hey, Jeffrey, give the call my number. I'd like to talk to him.
All right, sir. Thanks so much for calling in. Luke?
God bless. Luke.
Yeah, man, Jeffrey. But if election call tomorrow, Andrew Gandhi, I wish one of your I wish one of the Christian man let me read. Yes. The way all people say they're frustrated, you mean the people really got to look at the yard and make this a politician go on the last time where Andrew and his wife are going to lock down polling station and
You
tell
continue. You continue talking because I'm not call somebody and make them come on. Go ahead and talk, Luke.
yeah. No, so no, but me don't just call the person. So you want to tell me that after the last election and the people so are going in at this, then people still so full that they were going to just sit down at them yard and say, ciao. Papa Andrew are going win, so me not even go. They go make my voice better. I cast my vote so that even something can change. Me not think me not say the fourth term. I'm not that optimistic about a fourth term.
Let me ask you a question then, Luke. If you don't see the fourth term, hold on. Jeffrey? What happened? What happened to whatever happened to the court case between Buchanan and Andrew Holness? That damn thing not come out of that. Let me see something there, Luke.
The courts are on the everybody, all the senior people in this country seem to be in the Jamaica Labour Party pocket. They not expect them to ever look on it and say why the something court for so long and why them that keep out the wiring out and the telecommunication places and why when we up to a certain point this man was leading significantly and we almost thought that the Prime Minister was going to lose his seat and then boom when them finally give us back the light and we get back the feet. And why Godfrey Brown gone? Where gone? What did he get? What did he do?
So hold on there for me now. One Will Rattigan, not two. What is this all about? Who's trying to be Will Rattigan? Anyway, look, go ahead, because I don't understand the people.
Yeah, stop look on them. Sometimes people, I guess them just come on it for upset you. Um,
Upset
we
me.
needed an independent investigation in the electoral office of Jamaica because Jeffrey, there are so many things that when you sit down, you have to wonder if these things are real and people just get away with it. And the questions that people ask, because remember, the electoral office in the last election had started electronic voting, and up until 9 o'clock in some places, it never got on the way. People got frustrated and they left. Um, but you know what I would like for us to find? What do Jamaican voters see as important at this time? What has been the legacy of the Jamaica Labour Party administration that they can say that our lives have been better as
You
a
want me to tell
result
you?
of that?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, tell me.
$1.4 billion spent on some dilapidated school bus. The Prime Minister can be certified. $3 trillion unaccountable for. $185 million overspent in the Ministry of Education and Counting. Rural Read, case not go nowhere. That's the legacy of the Jamaica Labour Party, and the Jamaican people, they love it. Luke?
But yeah, but is that the legacy, Jeffrey? Is that why people want to go to vote for a photo?
Then if they want a photo and get a photo, hold on for me, Luke. Let me make something clear over here. For those who don't know this, Mr. Rattigan and I is good friends. So when I say anything, you know me nothing behind it. And I don't say anything derogatory about Mr. Rattigan a while ago. So please, behave on yourself over here and stop on the damn nonsense now. Let us play this video here, Luke, that we came over to talk about the Speaker of the House. Let's play this video here.
Because it's a people's house.
Marshall, vote for her. Oh, you don't ever do that, member. Marshall, please. Angela Brown Burke, I name you. Outside. Marshall, vote for her. Angela Brown Burke.
Without reservation or hesitation, the current Speaker of the House is the worst in the manner in which the Speaker conducts him or herself, the worst in terms of the blatant bias and unevenness in the administration of the proceedings of the House. It's important to note that in the parliamentary system that we are operating in and have been operating in, the Speaker is supposed to be a neutral umpire. Though coming from the government side is required, like other Commonwealth Parliament, to be neutral. Neutral in the conduct of being the umpire in the chair. We know it's from the government side that the Speaker comes. But the administration of the House must be done in a balanced way because it's a people's house. It's not the PNP or the GLP house.
Luke, your take on that of what
I don't know that it's the people's house. I think that the idea that the Fitzjackson is planting has come and has gone, has died. When a party wins, it is the Labour Right House. When the PMP win, at the PMP one. Because the fact of the matter, what you saw in Juliet is when you ever hear when them say fly by day and pick me by nine. This idea that okay, Angela did something. This is not the first in history, you know. This is what you must put in context. Ed Bartlett took up that maze in modern time because I am a child of the 70s. Ed Bartlett took up that maze and the reaction was very different from what you see. this has become very
Look, it was in the 1990s we got the Mace, man, not in the 70s.
No, but I'm saying as a child of the
Okay.
70s, in
Okay, go
modern
ahead.
time, there was a time before this that the maze was picked up by Ed Bartlett, and the then Speaker of the House did not make it sound as if Ed Bartlett was his yard boy. Marshall, about that. People must get out of this thing of personalizing the individual, but must always know the importance of the role that you play. Because Jeffrey, I don't know, in the last couple of weeks, almost every day, you see a major fight, or you see a youth there, like JC. In recent time, JC has come out in some of the most brutal beating of the young men who go there. And may only pray to God so the young man them not get violent, because that sort of bullying can push you over the edge, you know. It can make you do things that you don't want to do. Because even before this, I don't know if you did see the video of how those JC students were beating that student, and how, somebody that they affirm it, some other people that they are watching students that get beaten. And just before that, I was I heard something on TVJ where another JC student was so badly beaten that his eyes were injured, and the mother had said, I had to spend thousands of dollars. And I heard that it was going before the disciplinary committee, and I laughed because I remember having to go to the disciplinary committee to represent a kid from Jonestown once, and the lawyer who represented the other student was the now minister Long, and the how 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 they had to bring Terry Long, and Terry Long came and he was speaking his linguistics, and yet still Bernard sat there, and I said to him, "This is wrong. How can you now ask the father of this child who barely can find food that in Pitney come a JC? I sell sweetie and I sell pen pan the compound, and now una said that him is in collusion with guys who rob cell phone and sell self. Why were cell phone coming there in the first place? Because I thought the policy said you can't use cell phone, but I hear that you could have used the cell phone as long as you sort of checked it in and you know use it and you put it in your bag, and so you have this phone. But long and
That is
short
not
of
what.
it
Hold
is,
on for me, Luke. The rules of the Houses of Parliament dictate that a cell phone must not be used in the Parliament unless you're using it for research. So when you have dial bars and all of them take up the phone and they on WhatsApp, it's illegal.
look, the fact of the matter is that everybody over abuse the power that the people them give them. But you know who gets disrespected in all of this is the Jamaican people. Every time you listen to Parliament and all the people them carry on down the Jeffrey, you know, miss no tenement yard argument, because I'm just surprised them not start fight. When we see them actually form the barricade around Angela, I became, for me, I was worried. I just could not believe that this is where the Jamaican Parliament has, and I thought that if the Speaker had the maturity and understanding the sensitivity of the moment, he could have really struck a better chord. But the fact of the matter is that I'm so tired to watch the PMP them go down there and the JLP them behave as if the people who voted for them not have a voice. Because if you remember, just before this incident, there was Philip Falwell on the floor, and Prime Minister elected or designated not fit Fly Green, and the speaker was there badgering Philip Falwell when it was agreed, when you heard in principle from what
Yes.
head boy said the other day, it was agreed that I Green had said, all right, I'll give you some more time to speak on it. And the speaker was there and she was not willing to
Having any
let
of
go,
it?
willing to give an ear to even Fly Green, that Fly Green had to get up and say, Madam Speaker, before we had agreed on this, so I would have I'd like to extend the member to speak for 5 more minutes. Jeffrey, the fact of the matter is that I don't care if you have political differences. I care the fact that we don't have respect for each other. And we are not there. These people don't seem to be ashamed what they are doing to the wider society. Because again, we say, if you ever see the fight that we are going out the road between people, just this week we looked at a video of a woman that was being stabbed mercilessly by a man in the Franklin Town area, and you have to wonder: is it that we have more mental issues? But where is the respect? Because there was a time when say the people that in the house had their differences, but they had greater respect for each other, and they had greater respect for the Jamaican people. And I think the speaker has lost her ability to lead. I don't think she should have been promoted to the
The
position.
speaker, the speaker, the speaker is the biggest disgrace in the history of Jamaican politics. Of all the speakers that we know about, female speakers, not even Dalrymple Philibert. No go on how she go on with. Mrs. Holness must step down.
It is not as easy. I heard an interview with her where said, boy, as speaker, she knows to understand her role, but people have to remember that she come from a political persuasion. And therefore, to me, Miss Wallace look like she's more interested in the politics of the Jamaica Labour Party and not the interest of the Jamaican people. Because I thought, for somebody to come from nowhere to reach there, and then just the awesomeness of the title and the office, and how you can use it as a teachable moment for young people to say, look here, I am Juliet, who actually came from nothing. I grew up.
No. You mustn't say that. You must say the most honorable Juliet Holness.
No, that's a way you would have said, Jeffrey.
Me.
I am Juliet Holness, who came from nowhere, but this is what I've been able to achieve for myself. That's no small achievement. But to carry out and conduct yourself in this way, remember, children live what they learn. And this is damaging to the youth, because this generation, this is why they can't believe in this politics. They see it as child's play, and definitely people who are never interested in the future of this country, but more so
Hold on for me, Lou. Good night, make we talk here live.
Hey, Jeffrey, what going?
I am here looking and living like Mutty Perkins, sir. Sucking salt through spoon.
Some people like chat attack some idiotness, but me I make them know say when a person who give it to PMP when they're ready, JLP when they're ready, no bias, You understand? So my question is, Jeffrey, when what's the duty of the Auditor General?
For
when
what
they
now?
find the case and find the problem, what else after that? That was just it. They don't get locked up, they don't get penalized, they don't get nothing.
Not a thing now. Nobody now go prison in Jamaica.
That me can't understand. Look at the UWI incident. The person who hid it gone on vacation and he can't someone will come to court.
And a court, I come to the hearing.
No,
to the hearing.
Them to come.
Jeffrey, the school report.
Hold on for me, caller. Let me clarify something here.
Them other Fitzmitchell for come and him did that the other day. But as what the caller have to understand, say, every wrongdoing in Jamaica have a justification for what them do. And all the people who benefited from it are sitting in the house. if you know who have some of these contracts, listen, man, that is why me I tell you, me have for wonder sometimes if PMP only talk when it's convenient. Because no matter what happens, there's always somebody to blow a little whistle and give a little insight. The Auditor General went in and she did an audit. It's not the first audit, Carla. If you
Yes.
look on the Auditor General report year after year, millions of dollars are taken from Jamaica. And it's like
From
the abracadabra.
1962.
Yeah, it's like an abracadabra moment because there is no investigation that is carried out by the police fraud squad to see where this money go and make sure that somebody is held accountable for it. So, brethren, I think that it is time that there is an independent body that Parliament gives some power to that
And they will not do
invests.
that, Luke.
But yes, that is why you need constitution reform. It should be part and parcel of what they agree to. You can't have bodies every time you hear them trauma body. Just you know Ufa name are the same set of name they've used.
Yeah, man, this is the same set of bandits.
Are the same set of people. Why is it that them can't come to the diaspora, but they will never give them the independent? They will give them the autonomy to do investigation.
Because you know why? You know why, Luke? You know why, Luke?
Why?
There are those in the Jamaican diaspora from around the world and in the United States here who love to hunt and kiss up these politicians and who want order of dead dog and dead donkey behind their name. When October come, they go and get the national award. So they will not ask questions about what is going on in Jamaica. And when people like myself and Mr. Ortega come on the program and other people and you look, speak truth to power, they say that we're bringing down Jamaica. We're laundering Jamaica's dirty laundry in the public.
So, hold on there. If here, but if them are people here, the only thing them can talk about is what we are doing wrong. Why them don't move come back to Jamaica to live?
No, man. They rather stay over there, you know. And when their friends come to the house, you know, and they look up, they say, "Oh Lord, that's you the prime." Yes, it's me the prime minister, you know. I went there and I get my award,
No,
order of dead dog.
okay. If we are so negative, and since we are fighting to make what they call Jamaica land they love, a country that is run equitable, honest, and corruption done, so them can come, so them have better health system, them have better security system, them have food security. If Jamaica is at its paramount place in the world, and this country is being governed the way it should, with all of the problems they are having in the world, why don't those Jamaicans come back and come back to the country that is so perfect, that has no problem? And we are the real troublemaker because nothing that them hear on the news, are we tell the people them to put them something up on the news. Why them not come back?
That will never happen, Mr. Cook, because you know why it never happens, sir?
But and then again, as I was said, Jeffrey.
Yes.
And me always talk. The PMP, I think they're too bright. They ain't ready for politics. They're too speaky spokey. They're too bright. You see, when Andrew was in opposition, Andrew was the man who said he will not sit in parliament with Azan just for the man to build some stall. He said that he will never sit in the parliament and they have to, and he set up the PMP them to fire some of their strong person so he could win election. That was all I set up for them, and they fall for everything. How PMP is not doing that?
Carla, era. Carla, my just said this. PMP must get out of this mindset if they want to win election. Campaign is not when you want people to vote for you. Campaign is 365 days of the year. But tell me what it is that you're campaigning about. Because when you are in power, you see, let me tell you something. You see, when I'm talk, me hear when you go talk about the people them in the chat. Me really look on the chat because me find say you see sometimes when you're there far from the situation, you don't understand the real strength of what people are the real suffering that people are enduring. When Michael Manley made free education and black people had the opportunity to get education, that is when you saw the creation of the middle class, you know. Michael Manley created the middle class because there was two classes in Jamaica at the time. It was the
Which
lower class and the upper class, and
and
then
it's
the
the same
middle
thing
class.
now.
The middle class come now because Michael Manley make sure that black people had an education. So I agree with the caller who said too many people are listening to hip-hop and not reason nothing to themselves. I used to leave school and go downtown and hear the Rasta man them in a St. William's Grand Park have some fierce discussion about how this country was going. The people them did understand the civil responsibility of the parliamentarian. Nowadays, everybody going to parliament. You have MP, you have counter, but you know still what them a do. In other words, it's not bringing the people together around the issue. Is when something happen, we react. What is going to happen now that we're moving to a hurricane season? If we have another category 5, what happened to us, Carla?
But when I come from the west side, right? I just get back power and I have to pay how much money to get back my power the other day, almost 200,000, right? Over that, right? Actually, down spot where we live in Westmoreland, honestly, there's no help down there. There's no help. There's no help. And I was saying
hold on there. Who
that
for
most of these
constituency you live
MPs,
in now?
Westmoreland, that's Dayton Campbell.
I saw Dayton in Parliament crying for help.
And they're gonna give them. You understand?
But you know something, caller. I don't like to say this on my program because people may think that I'm inciting certain things, and I'm not. It seems as if the only way to get the ears of the Prime Minister of this country, Jamaica, and Darrell Vaz, is when we decide to take to the streets in this country and lock this country down from Negril Point to Moran Point, lock, stock, and barrel, like in the 1980s, in the 1990s.
But Jeffrey, sometimes we talk, and then Jeffrey, sometimes, the PMP, them, they're the leaders. If they roll out first.
No. It's full time the Jamaican people decide to get up. To hell with PNP and JLP. And start something in this country. Don't depend on the politicians.
But they have to have a head, Jeffrey. They are the head. They're the head.
When the people of the United, hold on for me, Luke. When the people of the United States wanted to go on the streets, they don't go out there as Democrats and Republicans. They go out there as themselves, as Americans, and demand accountability. A full time we stop this damn PNP and JLP stupidness in this country.
That is the problem, Jeffrey. Just Carla, me think say we can do the million individual march, and what we are doing it for, we want constitution reform, we want to see a more equity, fair system of justice for the people of the Jamaican people. We want to forget all of the OUR have to go, and we have to replace it with something that is going to look at how it is going to develop system that can support community. Here, when you just said you have to pay $200 for electricity. I may ask myself, why you never buy a solar system with your $200? So you'd have it in case.
Can't afford it.
No, but he spent 200 and odd. You have a system for 250.
200,000. Actually 300,000, but one solar system I must about 1 point something. So I'm gonna get one anyway, but
No. You have a solar system that me see them a advertise for 250. Them can come in there. I know it not go light up your whole house, but at least you have something. And I would invest in that because as I said to you, sir, I hear you say you're down from the western end, and I've been down in Montego Bay since the hurricane. And my mother is originally from Westmoreland. And me I tell you, say, as a child, my mother came down there in the 70s when we had tried to escape political violence in a Jonestown. And I remember that child in the 70s that them used to say every night you used to hear them at home, and children we had to understand this thing about them a come and how we had to move from the lower part of the community up to the police station. I remember that it had a significant effect on me that the morning following that incident in the 70s, the bodies of the laborites would be collected on the William Street um, to Denham Town, and for the body of the people from the PMP side in Jonestown would be collected on the then Oxford Street near to Livington Street side. And then we would see the drunkards, and we knew that death somebody had died. And sometimes as children, when I went to Chatola Park, we would look forward to running or to go over there, go look and hear when the body swell and it burst. That is something that I remember. So I lived it. I don't want nobody to tell me about politics, you know. It not serve anything. But Carla, me think say a time for we as a people. We don't need no political leaders. We have to ask ourselves the question: what has
so
these politicians done to make our life better off? Because they are taking the trips, them not no broke days, them not no hungry days, but have they made our life better off by the policies that they have created? Because look, you where you can go get one good hospital care right now. And do you have money to go to Miami to seek hospital care and New Jersey? No.
There's a lot of beds in KPH, man. You can get a hospital care in KPH. You know, stop talking nonsense.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
and remember Cornwall is open too. Remember they cut
Yes.
ribbon at Cornwall. Cornwall is open. Remember
Anyway,
before election? Remember before election? Remember before election? They cut ribbon by the Cornwall Regional Hospital. Remember that, right?
Jesus have mercy, dear God. The late Mutty Perkins you done said, no, the late Winston Babatuna would have done said, Lord, I
Jeffrey,
stretch my hand to thee, another
No,
help I have but you,
no,
O Lord.
Jeffrey. No,
they
Jeffrey.
cut ribbon at
Daniel.
Cornwall. Just
What
remember,
one?
they cut ribbon
Hold
at
on
Cornwall,
there.
you know.
Hold on there. Daniel, don't come talk like you know me. Me don't know you. And I don't listen. That's why I avoid Jeffrey program. Cause people like you, I just want to tell you some good BC and RC. You don't know nothing.
Luke, let me dry out, please.
Sorry. You don't know. No, you don't know nothing about me about being PMP. Boy, you know when my mama affair pushed me in a gully in the 70s to get me out, and me have to go a Westmoreland, go do a down in a Westmoreland, me grow up. So when the call I talk about Westmoreland, that parish is near and dear to my heart because the only time I remember I enjoy a full night sleep, I want to them people I will come on them program here. When I know nothing about you are still PMP that you know. Listen, the truth of the matter, me know say education for me as a black youth, had it not been for the Michael Manley policy that I will be eternally grateful, I would be a gunman, Daniel. And you wanted me to be a gunman. You better meet that side of Lukia and take that side of Lukia. You come politicize me because I'm in a red side and no political party. When you not come talk, you don't know nothing about people, not just like for church. Right? You don't know anything about people, and not because I'm not saying what you want me to say, because you are JLP and you like to label people. I'm sorry, I'm not using your mouth to talk. I'm talking from my life experience. Everything that I had known about PMP and JLP has been dead for the poor people. So I don't have an interest in a political party. I have an interest in the Jamaican people. I want to now make me stop talk. So when I can't go pull cyber crime, when I can't go do this. I have lived it. I have lived it and I've seen it. You know why my heart breaks tonight?
Yes.
Andrew Holness is protected, but Donna Lee is dead. The student at the student with the impediment at UWIC. I know them can't tell our
Gone without a
father.
trace.
I know them can't tell our father. But if anything happened to the aristocracy, King Andrew, let me tell you, man, everywhere turn up. Why is it that the privileged have the right to live and the poor die? And then I come talk about, you're so PMP, you must listen. You're there, they attack. People like going to sell you out for 30 pieces of silver. You never vote yet, but you come from program and have opinion. Go vote, boy. I got go encourage somebody to vote. Me not talk to non-voters. Because I want to make the country suffer.
We're listening, watching from around the world on the Eastern Caribbean. This is Make We Talk. Like up the live feed, people. Give me 300 likes. Give me 300 likes. It's 282 now. 285. Give me 300 likes. It is now 10:30 p.m. in the United States. 9:30 p.m. in the land of wood and water. From Negril Point to Moran Point. The people of St. Elizabeth. The people of Westmoreland. The people of St. James. The people of Trelawney. There is no light and no water since Hurricane Melissa. And the Minister of Transportation Technology will be speaking in the Parliament tomorrow. What kind of line coming in the Parliament with tomorrow now? We'll be bringing it to you live. We'll be bringing it to you live tomorrow to hear the voice of Darrell Vaz, what he's going to say to the people of Jamaica. He called us bad mind and we must ask any questions. Jamaicans are facing the pangs of hell, while some people live privileged life in the United States and in Jamaica. But our fellow citizens have no light and no water. But we have the privilege to have light and water. The people of St. Elizabeth is suffering. Go ahead, Luke.
You know, today you talk to me. And when you call me and ask me to come on the program, I'm going to say, yeah, man, Jeffrey, may I come on. So, as you hang up from me, one of my friend called me and she said to me, say, Luke, you're sitting down. I say, yeah, I want. I want my guys to be sitting down. Right away, I start to think a million things. And then I just said to myself, and she said, you know, so mommy was going to the university and they never detected it. But mommy now has stage 4 cancer.
Oh, Jesus.
And she said to myself, Luke, I can't lose my mother. And Jeffrey, it just broke my heart because I remember my uncle Neville, God rest his soul in peace, Neville kid, was going down to KPH years upon years. He might go down there for a sore foot that could never have gotten better. And I remember one night I just said to him, Uncle, I'm tired of you on this thing, man. Somebody have to tell me something. And the man was in pain, but he was losing weight. And when I go down there, I spoke to the doctor and I said, you must can tell me something because at this on the studies, you must can tell me something that him just have this sore foot. He has had it for years. Come in here to dress it, and him just losing weight now. And the man said to me, that's what they told Mr. Ricketts that he is survived. Mr. Ricketts is now at a stage, what you would have called the final stage. So I can just tell you, Mr. Cook, carry him home and make him happy. Because there's nothing medically we can do for him. Because he should have been getting treatment for this. He should have been either on the radiation and the chemotherapy, and his doctor worked out something with the other clinic to see how they could have helped him. That time I never know nothing about soursop leaf would have been good for helping with the killing of the cancer cell. But Jeffrey, you know, it does hit me today that this girl is reaching out to me, and I was at loss for words because it was like deja vu. I was living it over. How do these people who study medicine and have you come into this hospital until they reach to the stage now to say to me, to say to a person, your mother has stage 4 colon cancer, and what is the next step? And me I said to her, I said, you, you think you know we want to try like a herbal medicine because me here say King Ital have some herbal medicine and people are take it and them say them must see them see some great results. And at this point I would suggest that we try to find King Ital. So I spend the majority of today I try to find a contact number for King Ital because I want to know if him can go look for her mother because let me tell you man, her mother is one of the best people that me know in a South End, and when it comes to youth and come to helping people, when me look at how much food come out of that the house on Sunday, and I don't know MP or no bad man I get it. She just have this thing about. I remember when I was sick.
Hold on for me, Luke. Is it the same lady you always talk about who always cooking food for the whole of Downtown and Parade? And giving away?
Yeah.
My God.
So you see when people are gonna talk, and that me I say, how can you be going to the University Hospital of the West Indies as a patient? And Jeffrey, nobody ever run a test. Nothing in the record ever. Nothing that from the time you have been seen and never said to yourself, something not look right here, so.
Then Luke.
Let me check out something. And no, you tell that you literally I tell her pity them say. When the doctor said to me say, a 2 bag my mother having a one for take the urine and one for take the feces.
My
And
God.
and my mother is a skeleton of the person that she used to be. That me even said to her, I said, I want to come see your mother, but me just can't face it. Me just can't face it. Because what do you say to a woman who has spent her life trying to help everybody else? And I guess I come to. And then people are going to defend these government positions why the people of Jamaica are suffering.
You know, Luke, you asked a very important question a while ago. I don't understand Jamaicans, those who are die-hearted, from 1962 until now. We, the Jamaican people, have been swapping black dog for monkey in this country. There's not a burn unit in this country. I talk about a burn unit the other day. Not one single burn unit. How many more Jamaicans must die in this country from severe burn? Is there a cancer unit in this country, Luke?
No, sir, there was this guy from the diaspora will come down here and him has been big in supporting it. And I tell you something.
Hold on for me. Remember, we're going to say, hold on for me, please remember. There is no burn unit. There is no cancer unit. Yet, trillions of dollars for a budget. And our people, our poor Jamaicans who have cancer will be suffering in this country. While Andrew Holness and their friends and cronies, if they find themselves with cancer, they're going to Miami or New York. When will this stop? When will we, the people of this country, wake up and stop this PNP and JLP stupidness and demand accountability? Demand the government of demand the government of the people, for the people, and by the people.
No, for them people would not want to leave. I don't want none of my friends or family leave North America and say them are come down here for the healthcare system. Yeah, the other day me in a university hospital, I get my medication. And stood standing right beside me, Jeffrey. I am no paragon of virtue. It's an elderly lady. I hear the pharmacist say to her, say, put the blood thinner for your daughter on the ward. A week supply is $3,000.
My God.
It's $3,000. And for the 30 days, she need a little bit over $11,000. And Jeffrey, me hear the lady who could have been my mother turned to the pharmacist and say, at $1,200 me have, and my heart and me move. I went to buy my prescription.
Hey!
I went to buy my prescription, Jeffrey Tavares. Ended up taking my money and I gave it to her and tell her that I can come back tomorrow, come deal with my one, deal with her daughter one because obviously he was concerned about her daughter. So much so when the little old lady give me her phone, she never even know how to tell me her number because me I said to her, I said, how do you manage? Do you have a pension? She said, no. So I said, are you on social pension? She said, she don't know nothing about that. There are people in this country. Therefore, we can't take it for granted. I don't know where to go tomorrow. If them have a serious problem, them don't know who to turn to. We have abandoned our responsibility to be our brothers and sisters keeper. PMP and JLP. Let me tell you, say, when my sister call me more time, me tell her, say, when me take up the phone, sometimes I have to start off by saying, I don't know if I tell you this, but me I tell you the truth. A plenty people me have to help, man. Me have to go make something reach you, but me can't make it reach you right away. So me don't know what people are come talk about. We live in the land of in the land of prosperity for who? Because the Jamaica has a life of the Jamaica. And I'm not saying that we can make it extremely better. There is no utopia in the world. Don't make anybody believe that I'm so nice. But Jeffrey, me think that we should be way past this. Me think the little community clinic them supposed to can take care of the little thing them. And the big hospital, the one where them are type 3 and type 4, supposed to take care of some of the major one them. So me don't know the last time you got talk about, the last time me there at KPH, me there in a ward 2A. And when me look to me there up at the front, and down at the ward is basically a ward down there where them have patients from Bellevue where nobody no come for. And when me get up one day and me look up in and me see one man and ask me about the food there, and me depend which food. And that man was a serious mental health case that me asleep and wake up and that you see. That's all. Me have to get up after the ward from ward 2A. Cause when you forgot down at the back part down there, so go use the bathroom, it wet up, it stink, it dirty. Cause the madman them are going there and them remember them do anything on the wall. I mean, I said to my God, in a KPH is in a them big time, yeah. I mean, I know where people believe that people are come to PMP and JLP. We are taught the facts. We are taught how we live. If you go university, you just pay, you just pay, you just pay, you just pay, you just pay. Because imagine, me go up at university the other day, my balls swell. Me can't move my leg them. I'm a pay $6,000. And the man I gonna make me know say the waiting time to see a doctor is going to be 6 hours. Me just pay you $6,000, you know. And you tell me say the wait and when the pain lick me, I may have to start ball and start puff. And so come them finally put me to one of the triage doctor. When him take my pressure and him see it, him said, no, 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 I can't have you down here. And you know what he had to give me for the pain? Morphine, the highest form of painkiller, he had to give me and put me to sleep because him say, he need me for sleep and take this, give me the thing for bring down the thing. So let me tell you, man, people might think that we come on them program like how we hate the country. The country now go nowhere. The country now go nowhere. Them can't talk as much as them want to talk. Cause them, the diaspora, them now, them all get ready for come down here, come listen to the live. Them people are like live here and go on like them bright with it. Them want you to buy the lives. But truth of the matter, the life that we have had to live is far less than what we should. And that is why Andrew said, being born Jamaican and having a birth certificate don't make you Jamaican. It's when you suffer under the Jamaica Labour Party and the People's National Party, I guess you become a true Jamaican. Because for us, you have to suffer. And it's so true. I know teachers who have retired that are, them literally every month them have to call and have beg. Because, what, $14,000 a pension? What you can buy with that? Just go in at the corner shop with $10,000 and see how much you come up with.
My God.
Let alone somebody who has devoted their entire life to teaching the nation children.
And yet these people, these servants of the people of this country, have a high pension getting at the end of the year, at the end of every month. And we who put them there, God bless what we get. And you're telling me that we, the people of this country, must sit down and wait for a People's National Party to lead a mass protest in this country?
No, man.
Huh? We must wake up in this country, man.
There's a group of people right in front of Pegasus almost every day. I don't know if it's them out there for the church or them just out there as individuals. But they have been protesting. They're not getting enough highlight because they've not looked so sophisticated or bourgeoisie. Them wear them look at normal clothes. Sometimes you go out there. And you know, the other day me just said, I forgot to start by water and juice go out there and give them cause.
You must video, look, if you go out there, look, video it and send it to me, me highlight it, no man.
Alright. Seriously, I don't promise you tomorrow for go out there, but them out there every day. And I go and go out there.
Ask them, tell them you're from the Make We Talk program or whatever. Why are they protesting?
Wow, they get big time now.
Here this is what I know. Here this is what I know.
I'm backing up like you. Hi, I'm Luke George Cook from Make We Talk. But you know, Jeffrey, what we need to do is to find little people in this country that are doing great things and find support for them. Because apart from talking about all that is wrong, some little people in this country, you know, them not have no whole heap of money, them not have no whole heap of clout, them English is not from Britain. But they go out every day and they find people to help. And I tell you, those are the people that they really lift the spirit and they renew my hope in humanity. Because me, I tell you, the other day I know a little lady. Say a big woman, but I always say to her, say, boy, you have vim vitality and vigor. If I was a little bit young like you definitely would have to be mad. Because that lady gets up every day, Jeffrey, and she come be 10 people. And she cook for them, and she sit down and comb them here.
And yet those who we have in the politics, in the parliament of this country, go on political platform. I am a defender of the poor people in this country. And we like a bunch of idiots. Yay! Every 5 years, I want to play something here for you, Luke. I want to play something here for you to show you how corrupt this country is and this administration. Listen to this. How long must we continue like this? And every 5 years, we jump up like we're a bunch of idiots. I have never seen in all my entire 50-something years in this country see so much corruption. I saw it in the 1990s. But the 1990s is baby compared to this. This Andrew Holness government is one of the most corrupt political organization in the history of this country. This Andrew Holness administration is one of the most corrupt political administration in the history of Jamaica. I can repeat it again. This Andrew Holness administration, led by the leader himself, who is the Prime Minister of this country, Andrew Michael Bogard Holness, is one of the most corrupt organization in the history of Jamaica. One of the most corrupt government known. Everywhere you turn, corruption here, corruption there. And the sad part of it, And the sad part of it, we the Jamaican people, if they call election tomorrow morning, they put them back in. Luke, wrap up for me. Go ahead.
Hey, Jeffrey, they, you can't blame people, because I'm going to tell you, say, this is like Stockholm syndrome. If you ever live in a house with abusive parents, you begin to think after a while that that is the way how you must relate and that is what you must accept. And as a child who grew up in a house who saw my father beating up on my mother, I would have thought that was the normal. Even when I was growing, I would ask people in school, your father fight, yeah, your father and your mother fight. And when people said no, I thought they were the exception to the rule. Why wouldn't your mother and father fight? What people have come to accept, where have we in this country the leadership ever demonstrate that them put the people of Jamaica as priority? So,
Does the Jamaican people serve as priority, Mr. Cook?
but Jeffrey, for you to ask me that, how am I going to prioritize myself when the system have failed me? Because if
Well,
your people are prone to ignorance and from the time of their birth, them know illiteracy, and then you run them from basic school to 11th grade, them hardly can read and write, then wouldn't it be fair to say that we really are we are growing them to become criminals, or what their circumstances have have exposed them to? So most of us wouldn't have high self-esteem of ourselves. That is why I don't think it is a true statement that them like education, because if you look at what is happening in Jamaica right now, our students are performing way above the literacy rate. The other day, me hear one school, them a say at ninth grade, the ninth grade students are reading way below a one grade level. Jeffrey, you know what that means? You are going to continue to find people who, for wanting of a better word, have to become diatic political party because it gives their life some sense of meaning. It's so sad that children are learning how to become labor right and PNP, but don't have an understanding of what this country is. This was the country of Garvey. This is the country of Sam Sharp. This is the country of Paul. This is the country of Nanny of the Maroon, Marcus Garvey. And yet, look where we are now. The country that plays such a vital role in the abolition of the South African apartheid system, that we gave strength and vision to a Martin Luther King who came to this country and became fascinated by when to talk about Walter Rodney and his contribution to the Pan-African, and look where we are now. We gave Lee Kuan Yew an economic plan that made Singapore become one of the richest countries in the world. And look at Jamaica. Look at Jamaica.
And Singapore have to import water, while we are well known as the land of wood and water. And in 2026, our people don't have, some of them have water in their pipe. And we're talking about we have achieved what? If a country, if a government can't provide the basic needs of water, light, education, health to its people, there is something fundamentally wrong with the governing of the country.
When we are willing to take a black tank and know our brother and sister down the road, and because we are guilty and them now gonna get none, and we accept that the Willie syndrome has worked. That experiment has worked. Divide and rule them, and we are going to. Jeffrey, thanks to people like you as much as them want to talk or we negative and we tell lie and we're political, we make them feel good. Cause if them ever get up out of bed and we're not there, them not feel good. Cause nobody not talk to them. Nobody not recognize them. We have to give. We have to continue to start truth to power. This is a little rock that shall run better than what it is. You see what the brother do? Ibrahim Tyree.
Yep.
We need courageous leaders who will stand up to anybody.
I don't know why.
Like,
I don't know why majority of the Jamaican people believe that they're the political party is the savior for this country. We are the savior for this country. If we, whatever change we need, as I said on this program many times, the change that we the people need in this country never come from the political party. We must decide the change. We must demand the change we seek. We must present the change that we seek in this country. No PNP, no JLP, no UIC, no never dare move.
I want to tell you something. I know where I wrap up. You know, so when Hurricane Melissa blow, you know, so the person next door to you never remember if you have JLP or PNP.
All right. All right.
Oh, fine. Them just know say so them neighbor. And them have to go do something for themselves. And in the process, some people lost their lives. We have not begun to talk about the people who were buried in those shallow graves that we never even mark them. We not I'll begin to talk about the trauma what people go through in Hurricane Melissa. And we don't know how they are doing. And yet they're bracing themselves for the next hurricane. And they don't know what is going to happen. Because one of the things is that we never talk about global warming. And I take it serious as we should have. So Jeffrey, me believes that no matter who want to talk and what they want to say, we must never lose our voice. Because if we must die, don't let us die like that, Jeffrey. Let them never see us crawling on our knees, but standing on our feet, champion the cause, upward movement for the Jamaican people. And if we not get that, we not no retreat, no surrender. Them can't come with anything where they want to come with. We not give up. Because we are not here to benefit ourselves. The generation after us will ask, what did you do to make us better? And let us not say we were so tribalized in our politics that we never really give thought to the future that we're created. You know how much debt them in a pitney I got inherit?
My God.
You see the quality of life when them have to go live?
And these are the things that we're trying to enlighten to the people of this country. Put away the party politics. When we're all gone, our children have a massive debt to pay for what these people are doing to this country. When will we wake up? When will we demand accountability? When will we ask? When will one of these go to prison for meddling, for taking poor people money and go buy a house in the south of France and go buy a house in South Florida? When will we get up and demand accountability in this country? We're here talking about PNP and JLP. When we're all gone, tomorrow morning when we're dead and gone, our children have a massive debt to pay in this country.
Did you see recently when them raise prices for some little things like dirty girl and them something there? And the little juice when we can buy the little sweet juice them when we drink and we have diabetes, there's so much money they put upon it. $5 they put on it. It costs it. It means that when we are called finding the big people, it got worse for them because one of the things that Jamaicans don't get into their mind, you know, people right across the world are go through a financial reset.
No, them not believe that. They don't believe that gas price raised in Jamaica, gas price raised in the United States, gas price raised in Canada, gas price raised all around the world. They don't believe in that. It's only Jamaica things hard. Over here, a foreign things are right because we, the Jamaican people, live a foreign. Go flash out and max out with credit card. Go buy Hennessy and Boomer kind of damn nonsense. And go flash and go club. Money there run. And when they come back with dead for hunger, some of them turn homeless. Do we know the amount of Jamaicans right now in South Florida who are homeless? Do we know the amount of Jamaicans who lives in Florida? In South Florida here? Who are homeless in this country?
No man, them still listen to the people them because it's gonna put them equipment for sitting there and come down like and take vacation and tell people, oh, you can use $5 and stock your house of food for your
What's the
family.
damn thing no go so? $100 back in the days could buy a trolley full of stuff from Walmart. $98 make you come out with only 2 bags of stuff. So let me tell you something. Things are not easy in the United States or in Canada, wherever. So when you think that way, the only things up here is the Belarus. That's a Belarus. But we, the Jamaican people, if we want a better Jamaica, the time has come for us to demand accountability. We are the change that we seek in this country. No JLP, no PNP, no Andrew, no whatever. We are the change that we seek in this country.
You know what I'm gonna ask you to do for me, Mr. Tavares?
Yes, sir.
List some see if you can do. If it's not too much of a research, to look at all of the successful achievements of the current government, what they have implemented, and how the population is better off for the implementation of it. The nurse them gone, them now come back. The teacher them a look for leave. The police them now look for leave. Them like this new power. Firefighters are leaving. Everybody who have
See there?
the brain drain.
Hold on for me, look. Listen to this. In New York, there is a lot of Jamaicans who are homeless, sleeping in their vehicles. Good night, make we talk here live. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jeffrey, there's a charming back on the program, just listening to a point that was made just now as it relates to education system.
Yes.
I don't know if it's you and I was having a conversation the other day, and we were talking about the global pandemic, which was COVID back in 2022, thereabout. And we talk about the educational system in Jamaica. And a lot of those kids, because like I said, 2 weeks ago I was there, that is now out of school. One, that skill. The education level. Kids are in fifth form.
Yes.
That should be in second form or even first form. That's how bad it is. And then, when you end up look on the whole overview, you talk about educational system, which is supposed to be the backbone of any country. Because through education, you have to get the nurses, you have to get, the teachers, you have to get the police, you have to get the fireman, you name it. You know what I'm saying? And just like you said, what is the legacy of this administration?
What is the legacy of any government in this country from 1962?
But Jeffrey, all right. We're not going to sugarcoat it, and we're not trying to justify the wrongs of any past administration. But looking back, whether you are affiliated to the PNP or the JLP, because everybody have the option to choose.
I choose Jamaica.
Yes.
This
but
country, hold on for me, sir. This country, and it's full time we the people stand up. I'm getting a wrap up signal. We the people must stand up. It's full time that we must say to ourselves, what have we gained from 1962 until now? What we as a people, what have we gained? A rundown dilapidated health sector system, schools can't build, money gone missing. You see, if we should check up all the money that has been missing in this country, that have been misappropriated in this country, gone in a politician pocket. If we should calculate all those money, we'll be a better country.
Yeah, that is so, and I agree. I agree, but again, Jeffrey, what I'm simply saying, when you have the selfish politics, remember, you know, you say from 1962, but based on going through school and the tertiary level, and you know what I mean, you bring some people along. To me and my knowledge, Jamaica went through the grinder from 1918. And it's just that people just have to end up look on it for whatever it is, call it out for whatever it is, and it has just gotten worse since. If you put PJ Patterson, what? 4 terms, 3 terms?
18 years.
The little stint that Portia Simpson had, the stint that Edward Seaga had from 80 to 89, the little stint that Bruce Golding had, times and things change, and we know things evolve. Andrew Holness, in his capacity, outdo all of the PM them in the past. Street and lane. And then you hear people talk about, okay, skate on road and this and that. There's no road.
Carpet.
My friend is still on a bench, admit in a Spanish Town hospital, going in 9 days. Still. And then people come and talk this rubbish consistently. But again, you know, when the masses is not educated in a Jeffrey.
Yeah, man.
And the masses is not educated enough. These are the things that consistently happen. Because guess what? Nobody know want to make a fisherman for life, you know. A man that says him can't eat today. And then we check you back tomorrow or the following day. And that's what has been going on at Jamaica. Nobody now hold nobody accountable. Because they're there to represent us. They represent them pocket, them friend, and them cronies.
Exactly so. Gotta run, my friend.
All right, take it easy.
Man. Luke, 2 minutes, we gotta run.
No, man, the man said my one, you know, and say nobody now hold them accountable, but we believe that we are victims, that we victimize ourselves by saying that true, we're poor, why this up. But one man, one vote, same man, same vote. But outside of that, everybody must be a Jamaican. We must love this country and protect our life. And we don't care who. We must start true to power.
Yes.
We must stop make wrongs look right. And Jamaica can better, Jeffrey. I think that there's so much of us at home and in the diaspora. And when you look at the amount of people who want to help us, I think that we have a beautiful product, but people just fearful because too much Alibaba and the party thief.
True.
And if we continue to stay voiceless, people right now, me agree with my man where used to say, you know, sometimes Jeffrey, all when them a go cuss we and call we say all we know how to do and make nice and we empty. We must continue to make good trouble. We must continue to make our voice be heard because nonsense is not cute. It's not cute. If you think being bright means that you should have everything, and the other person suffers. If then when you look for the amount of dust people in Jamaica, if them start to tear down and burn down the place, God help all of us. It behoves us to be our brother's keeper. So instead of we look down on a man, we extend our hand and pull up the man because here what? It's ugly right now.
Indeed,
At
indeed.
church, at church, you man go in the middle of the service. Somebody felt that you should live. And imagine a man with a gun in Jamaica is God Almighty. He determines when you live and when you die. A prime minister with the wrong view that he's there to represent some people and not all the people will give benefit to his cronies and other people will suffer. And you think that me I go sit down over my yard and watch my neighbor and neighbor me not get none feet? Tell them out the house.
You
But
know,
Jeffrey, the task is left to us. The challenge is left to us to do what we can.
this
And I'm so happy.
to this set of generations of Jamaicans to hand off the baton because, as you said that, you know, Luke, a great Wilmot Mutty Perkins, Barbara Gluden, Antoinette Harton, June Hines, Winston Babatunda Witter, they have created the path for us now. And they have handed over the baton to us. And it's for we now, we this generation of Jamaicans, to see what we can do to leave a better Jamaica for our children, and hand off the baton to our children, who will continue to speak truth to power. But of course, we must not only speak truth to power, not only demand accountability in this country, but we must make sure that something is done, that something has created from our chatting a better Jamaica. That's what we need. That this set of generations of Jamaicans has created an accountability gap, or accountability portal for those who are in power must held accountable. It cannot be at 11 p.m. the 4th of May 2026 and 11 p.m. come the 4th of May 2027. Jeffrey Tavares and Luke George Cook is still here talking about the same thing. There must be a change and there must be accountability.
Change will come.
And the change must come.
It can. One thing you know about change, you know. It's one thing when the delay. It might slow, but it's coming. And the other generation now go put up with what me and you put up with. They're not going to deal with this with mild manner. They are going to push their way into some of these spaces and they're going to light some of these houses. Not much I wish, but people can't take it no more. Poor people suffer. Poor people suffer. And them suffer in every way, shape and size. When you go to a public hospital, them and you see them for the bed sometimes, not even little tea then drink. And then they from morning to night. And then when you hear how some people treat them, my God.
You know, Luke, we must continue speaking through to power. I want to say thanks to you, my good friend Luke George Cook, human rights activist who continue. I tell you something, you know. Sometimes Luke not even have food for them in my yard, you know. And Luke take up in last money to help somebody and go without. That is this selfless Jamaican. That is what this Jamaican is about.
No man, people believe that when them give me come on your phone for your program and talk it up the door down here, but sometimes me I tell you I want a more than flour. Some days me lock myself away from people. I lock on my phone call. Me can't take the phone call because one I think me I beg God forgive me It's the spirit that says, no, I can't, but me just can't hear it. It breaks my heart, Jeffrey, to see that in 2026, me I got basic school and can't pay 15,053 term, 5,000 a term. And so the pitney have to stay home. And people are going like a God Almighty paradise we live in now with them false sense of hope and them false sense of reasoning. No, go say, after where you hear them people after them though. Definitely, if they really wanted to make a change, they would. But let me tell you, poverty, the poverty pays these people to live good. Poverty, never have poor people in Jamaica. You could have gone out World Bank for loan. You could have got IMF for loan. And the people, them budget in our name, Jeffrey. And yet still, we not even have better quality of service. It's wrong.
Yes,
it is wrong.
Luke,
wrong, my brother.
We gotta run because we've been on it from 7 o'clock. We gotta run. You know, my fellow Jamaicans, both home and abroad, I don't care what you all wanna call me. I know what I stand for. I don't stand for any political party in this country. Anybody who knows me, ever since I've been going to school, I've never stand for any political party in Jamaica. Never. Because you know why? I grew up in the era of the 1980s and 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, and the 2000s. And I've seen my fair share of hunger in this country, of poverty in this country. I've seen my fair share of political victimization in this country. I've seen my fair share of political bias in this country. I've seen my fair share of politicians robbing poor people in this country. And that is why I take a stand. I am and remain and always be a Jamaican. And Jamaica must come first for me. No political party must come first for me. We must stand together and demand what we need in this country. And don't depend on anybody else to do it for us. We must do it for ourselves. And to the people in my home country, Jamaica, don't depend on the diaspora. The people of the diaspora is hungry now. The people of the diaspora is dying themselves. They can hardly pay the rents. They can hardly pay the mortgage. They can hardly buy food. The time for us to stand up is now. The time for the Jamaican people must stand up is now. Bring out the fight of the Nanny of the Maroon and the Paul Bogle and the Marcus Garvey. And I dare go further of the Martin Luther Kings Jr. and the Harriet Tubmans. The time is now for us to fight for a better Jamaica. Until you hear my voice again, I'm Jeffrey Tavares saying so long. Thanks to Luke George Cook, Miss P and all the callers are calling. Thanks to George, thanks to Mario in the background who continue making the Mequitar program go far and wide. Till you hear my voice again, may God bless you. May God bless our island home, Jamaica land we love. Have a good night, everybody. Luke, good night. We'll talk.
Yeah, man. Yeah, later.
Good night.
As children, we learn the true meaning of being a hero. Being a hero requires great sacrifice for others, not just ourselves. We learn about the heroes of Jamaica's past and how much of themselves and their lives they had to give in building a nation we should be proud to call home. They believed in a Jamaica that was more than just a country, more than just an island, more than land surrounded by water. They believed in a dream of a free nation of people, a nation built on the foundation of their sacrifices, a nation of many people working as one, a nation that would continue to produce legends and nation builders that serve towards that vision. As children, we were also taught the national pledge, a solemn promise, an undertaking. I would like to believe Sir Hugh Sherlock, while writing this pledge, understood the vision and dreams of our heroes. It's clear being a hero is too much to ever ask any one citizen. Luckily, the pledge does not require heroics of any of us. It merely asks that we honor our heroes by striving to advance our nation and ultimately inspire the world, like they and many Jamaicans have done. It's important we remember those words. These words. Before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body in service of my fellow citizens. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. If you are like me, a Jamaican born and raised on this land, maybe you will remember saying those words, singing that song in a classroom or some general assembly. If so, like me, you made a pledge. Somehow it seems like many of us have forgotten that. The crime and violence, the indiscipline and short-sightedness, the corruption, the lack of respect for our beautiful lands we are blessed with, and the waters that surround and nurtures us. We have to do better. Let us honor our heroes so that they would not have sacrificed so much in vain. I hope this video can make a difference to even one soul. If so, it would all be worth it. If you feel the way I do, share it. May my voice become yours. Thanks for watching.
Remember to like up this feed, like up this feed as we go off air. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Make We Talk Jeffrey Tavares YouTube channel, where we speak truth to power. That's all we ask you to do. Like up the live feed. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share the YouTube channel, that others around the world may see the work that we're doing for Island Home, Jamaica land we love, and indeed the Caribbean. Good night, everyone. God bless you. And may God bless our Island Home, Jamaica land we love. Good night.
When the game gets rough and this life just seems so tough, make we talk, my people, make we talk. When this town becomes an ugly place, don't let it erase the smile from your face. Make we talk, people, make we talk. Conversation is the key, a guiding light for you and me. Spark a talk and you will see conflict solver A to Z. World leaders master the art of self-defense just by talk. So people, make we talk. Hey, we're living in a world that on ourselves we must depend. Make we talk.